Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Nothing's for No One. Is it the third one? The third freestyle episode?
Sure.
I think it's number yeah, it is the third one.
Okay.
Third freestyle episode featuring our returning guest, Miss Meghan.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for coming and humoring me and Bill on this episode.
No, I love this. This is the most exciting thing that's happened in weeks. So I'm very excited.
I would agree. Well, I get equally excited for our podcast episodes. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I was looking forward to this one because we're talking about a lot of cool shit today. Fuck, trying to find the track listing for these so I could like keep up in the conversation and know what songs I'm talking about.
Just bullshit your way through it.
I used to be so good at like remembering song names.
See, I can't
and,
even
like,
do it in my
album
own band,
names.
so I'm not even gonna try to do it with a band I'm not in. So
Okay.
track listing, not my thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I almost remember mine by heart,
Really?
potentially. I realize my phone is like in my pocket across the room.
Shit.
It's fine. You can cheat like him.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Or my
That one right there. I'll
Yeah,
edit
very
this part out.
exciting.
I'm not gonna edit this part out.
All right, cool. So I got the 9 Inch Nails, and then I need the fucking Mutoid man. Mutoid boy.
But no, I'm glad to have you on the show because you're like one of the few civilians that I know that is pretty passionate about music, which is awesome. And you probably go to more shows than I even go to.
Yeah,
Including the ones that I play.
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing in COVID I miss the most is just live shows.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because we had several tickets for shows. We had like Kuma's Fest. We had a Bukari show on the 20th of March. Not that that day was going to be so fucking sick. We were going to go to the Shed Aquarium in the morning and meet some fucking otters and have my goddamn otter experience. And then it got canceled and then it's never happened. So I have not gotten to meet an otter. And like,
Damn.
that was just going to be the best day. Meeting otters, Bukari show.
Yeah.
And it was going to be
That was going to be the same day?
Same day.
Damn, hell yeah. Get to hang out with Jace after meeting an otter? That'd be cool.
COVID has taken so much from me.
Who were they taking? Or where were they? I'm sorry. Where were they playing at?
Oh,
I
don't even remember. It might have been Cobra.
Okay. I was supposed to do, I don't know if I could say it. I was supposed to do a tour with Vukari in June.
Oh,
I was
really?
going to fill in for them. Yeah. For like,
I think I remember you.
it was literally
talking
going to be
about
like
that.
it was like 2 weeks. And then we were going to come back and me and Jace would be home for like 2 days. And then Warforged would have gone on a tour.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It would
been
have been
really
a shit.
fun.
But like,
Did you see they're already pushing
Snooze
back
to
a
lose.
lot of Summerfest right now?
Oh, yeah.
already? Yeah.
I don't even look at it because I'm not going to be.
Do you want to disappoint yourself? Yeah.
No, I was going to be really excited. Oh my God, live shows. And then
Yeah.
nothing. No, I'm not doing that to myself.
No.
yeah.
I'm depressed
getting-
enough already.
Why
Yeah.
put
Oh,
yourself
give
through
shit.
that?
Yeah, it's fucking, it's so ridiculous to me, some of this shit. Like, I appreciate the fest, like Maryland Death Fest was already like next year, like 2022. And like, but then there's all these, like I've been seeing all these death metal bands post these European tours. And in my head, I'm like, how the fuck does anybody even know that they're, how do you know you're going to be able to get over there? I think we've talked about this on the show already, but it's just
Maybe,
like, you're like all these bands are announcing tours for like the fall and for like the winter of this year, like the end of this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a
Man.
game.
Or the fall rather. But yeah, like the Acacia Strain is touring with Aborted and Benighted and Hideous Divinity, which is like insane. I would kill for that tour here in the States. Like, holy shit.
No,
I had
we don't
tickets.
get to have nice things.
No.
That's not happening
Not
for
right
us.
now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know if
No.
those, that's like an October tour. Who knows if they'll be able to get over there by then?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
only time can tell.
Pretty much.
Doesn't Rivers have a European tour?
Yeah,
set up?
they do too. But it's the same type of, that's another tour that's in like November or some shit.
Mm.
It's like them and Arcspire co-headlining or some shit. Something like that, I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
Fingers
But
crossed.
yeah, hopefully it works out for them. But it's like, I don't know. I also don't understand why people want to like do that I mean, I guess like because I'm trying to think of the advantages and disadvantages of it, and in my head, the advantages it's like, oh, okay, like people can get their hopes up and buy tickets in advance, and like we're gonna have a show or a tour or whatever. But then at the same time, it's like, what about all the logistics that got to get figured out at these venues before the shows can even fucking happen? And what if that changes?
Right. I mean, it seems to be like weekly. It changes for everybody. So.
Yeah.
Who knows? And I don't know what it's like over in Europe.
Yeah, no idea.
I hear it's better.
Is it?
Kind of. It depends where you are.
That's true. Yeah,
that's
I mean, that's like
everywhere
here. Yeah. I don't know. I got a few friends over there. I should ask.
Yeah. We know in where Damien was at that it was shut down.
In Scotland, yeah.
Yeah, they're fucked
Edinburgh.
up. So there's that part of the world we know about. I know that's bad. Well, shit. Aside from the show negligence,
right?
We have some albums to talk about.
Yeah.
Some fucking sick albums. Yeah. And today we're starting with
my album.
Yeah.
Are you guys so ready to talk about Heroin Depression?
Yes.
The soundtrack?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
I mean, which also I was going to give you shit. Well, one, I can't really give a lot of shit because I showed up to this podcast like a whole week early. I was like,
just
Bill,
so
I'm
excited
here
for it.
I don't know what fucking day it is anymore.
Fair enough.
Like, I sit in front of my computer day after day after day, and we leave on like Saturday to go hiking, and then Sunday we sit in front of a computer and do D&D, which is different, but I'm still in front of a screen.
Right.
So I like do not leave my office. So I'm like, yeah, that Sunday, whatever. It's here. Great.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you know where it is. Yeah.
Oh my God. But you totally fucked up. You were trying to say my album last week, and I was like,
did I fuck it up?
You're like, wait, what? Still a 9 inch and all that could have been. And I was like, oh God damn it.
Yeah, it was.
I just had to give shit.
Oh shit! All right. Well,
I think you even asked me to edit it.
Oh, he did.
And I
He's
was
like,
nah,
no, wait, edit this.
Fuck.
You're like, I'm not gonna edit this.
all right. Well,
Totally
all right.
fair.
I don't get paid enough to edit.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing I'll
shit.
edit is that guy's belly on Omegle.
Yeah,
I edited
that's
his
fair.
face out. That was it.
Oh, I didn't watch that. I didn't even know what Omegle was. And then I was
Really?
like, yeah.
Do you know what what was the other
Oh, chat roulette.
roulette.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
like the
Of
same
course.
thing.
It's that. Yeah.
Ew,
it
what
was
is even Omegle? That I hate that word.
it's a
Omegle?
weird word for sure.
Is it a real
Omegle.
word, or is it just the name of their fucking website?
It sounds like a stupid marketing thing. As someone
Yeah.
who like works in marketing and design and in advertising, I'm like, that sounds like someone made up a fucking.
Yeah.
Like a buzzword.
Well, so we're very obsessed with this creature called Toomgus.
Toongus?
Toomgus. It's
Toomgus.
AMPM's insane food mascot.
They have a mascot?
Yeah,
food.
named Toomgus. It's really just like
How do you
I've
spell
never
that?
TOOMIGS. It's a mixture because like AMPM's tagline is too much good stuff.
Okay.
So it's Toomgus. And we were talking about Gritty. The do you not know Gritty?
No.
Oh my God.
That's his name?
Yeah, Toomgus. He's terrifying. But we were talking about Gritty, which if no one's, oh my God, I can't. So he's
Gritty.
He's the NHL mascot for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy looks
Yeah.
like a
I
stoner
never knew what
cousin.
that dude's name was. So wait, let me see.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Oh God.
He's like made of snacks, but he looks like a stone. Like he looks
That
like
looks
Jerry Garcia or
like a
something.
stoner's nightmare.
Yeah.
And in every
A rejected.
commercial, he's like trying to fuck some girl. That's how
He's in commercials. I've never
gas
even heard of this
station.
guy before.
because they don't have AMPMs here anymore. We
Oh,
really
they're gone with them.
Yeah, all
That's
of them are
true,
gone.
really?
I haven't
I
seen
remember
an
them. They
AMPM
were
in
at
a while.
BP's, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like in the
But they're all
burbs, I
gone.
remember them.
There's
Wow.
only locations I think in California and Oregon. That's
Well,
it.
Huh. Weird.
Wonder what happened
I
there.
never thought about that.
Hmm.
Funny.
Well, Toomgus.
What trying to think, where the
What a
Wild
bad
Things at?
name, too.
Or whatever that is.
Where the wild
Yeah.
things are at. Yeah, where they
That's what it reminded me of. Like that.
Yeah, it kind of
That's
looks
what it
like that.
Ew,
yeah.
except those are fanciful, and that thing is fucking
Right, that
terrifying.
is like the rejected version of one of those. They're
Yeah.
like, how about this one? They're like, fucking no, you're gonna give kids nightmares. And I'm like, I'll give it to
Yeah,
AMPM.
Toomgus. Ew.
Toomgus.
Yeah, where you
What a
fucking
horrible
wild things
name,
at?
too.
Right.
Oh.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Jesus.
Omegle sounds like something that, like, a
Like
marketing
that.
person was like, I have the best acronym ever. It's like 5 words put together. Omegle.
His nose is like a
Genius.
burger too, which is kind of weird.
Oh, and his eyebrows are croissants. I can't.
Are they croissants?
Yeah.
They look like hot dogs. I don't know.
It's like rolly foods.
I don't want
They're
to
different in
about
different
that.
pictures.
I did try and see because
It's like Cheeto beard though.
I might have been really
Cheeto
drunk
beard.
when I was looking this up because I learned this after a D&D session, and we tried to, what is it? Is it Rule 36?
Oh, the like.
If it exists, there's a
fuck.
board
I
of
should
it.
know what it is. We do this all the time in Warforged.
Either
Rule
36 or
34.
34.
Yeah, I thought it was Rule 34.
Rule 34.
know
I
it's
tried to
30
find it,
something.
and it doesn't exist.
It doesn't of Tombgis.
Tombgis or Gritty. We looked it up.
All right, anybody
I
watching
looked it
wants
up.
to make that, go for it.
Yeah, it's Rule 34. I had to look that
Rule
up
34.
first. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I tried to look for it. And
All right,
Kevin's
there
like,
could be a
Sick.
market for it. It's untapped. Adrian, we're looking at you, buddy.
well, I was like, there's probably some sort of like copyright issues. Like someone makes like a busted version of it, and then like
Maybe, but I
someone
mean,
comes out of nowhere.
Boofgis or something.
Right.
Jesus.
It
Boof
needs to be
shit.
like a slightly
No, don't.
variant.
I don't even.
Please stop.
I'm just trying to think. I don't
My
know.
brain already like it's just so imaginative, and I just like immediately see that, and I just. Kevin will purposely do that to me. He'll just say something really disgusting, and
Yeah.
just to see me go like, "Come on."
Yeah, I do that to I do that to Sam a lot. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the best.
yeah. it is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
So speaking of reactions, because Kevin and I had a pretty big conversation about this album, Still by 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, which I never heard of before. this-
Nobody's heard of it, which is why, like, when you asked me, like, oh, pick an album, there were a few that I was thinking about, and then this one immediately came to my brain. I
Nice.
was like, this one.
Oh
Talk
yeah,
about it.
Yeah, it was a great choice.
it is a great choice.
I have heard this album because
Oh.
of my buddy Rick, who's like a huge Nine Inch Nails
Rick
fan.
Tauber?
Yeah.
Oh,
And so it just reminded me immediately of all the times we used to drive to practice together and like listen to this album. I had no idea what the story was behind it. I was just like, it's more Nine Inch Nails. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Rick's the guy. He knows it all. And I didn't realize it was part of this whole, like, we were talking about it. It's like a double album, right?
yeah, it's a live record, and this was like the second disc that came with it, or something.
Yes.
Mhm.
From the research I did, and it's like some deconstructed songs,
Right.
like
Yeah.
reworked, and then new music.
Yeah, which, so the reason why we were talking about it is because when I was re-looking up the album, Trent said, oh, I don't like the live version, the live album that this came with, because I wasn't feeling very well. And knowing his background, I was like, oh,
What year was that?
this came out in 2002, but I think the actual tour was either 1999 or 2000.
Okay. Yeah.
Because weren't they
And-
touring on the Fragile? It was like that
Yeah,
album cycle.
Yeah. So, and when he said that, because I'm really drug stupid, and I had no idea about most things until I met Kevin. And so when he's like, I wasn't feeling very well, I was like, I wonder if he was either dope sick during the whole thing, or like, was he going to rehab and like wasn't feeling
Okay.
good? Like, because when you come off of heroin, which is what Trent was on, you get really sick.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you have the flu, like you're not like good to go,
Mhm.
and it can last a long time. So he's like, yeah, it could last an entire like tour cycle. And so we were like, I wonder where it was, and then I looked it up, and it was an
It's like
overdose.
right there.
Oh,
Overdose?
Yeah, he
Wow.
overdosed on heroin
Holy
and
shit.
cocaine
at
'Cause he
that
tried-
show, or
Or
like,
like around that time.
around that time, and he was
Okay.
on the tour, and they had to like take a little
Ooh. Holy shit.
side trip to rehab for a couple days
Wow,
to get
holy fuck.
detoxed.
I mean, he wrote some great albums while he was on
Yeah.
and coming down from it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, and that's because it was funny because just 9 Inch Nails as a whole is like so sad, and then
yeah.
it's sad but dancey, which I like.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But that was one of the things that we were talking about, because now that I know more about heroin because of my husband, listening to all the albums again, I said, oh, I can really see it, because as a sad teenager, I saw it all as breakup songs, but now as an adult, I see it for something entirely different.
Mhm.
But I found this album because I was in high school, and it must have been like the year after this was released. And I am bad at math, still bad at math. So I had a math tutor at the Naperville Public Library in downtown Naperville.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
And so when
I know
was
that
like,
library.
it's a great library.
Yeah.
And so be waiting for my parents, and I would check out all the albums because I didn't have I didn't have a job. I didn't have any way to just buy music.
Yeah.
You could download it, but I liked the exploration. I liked the album artwork.
Yeah.
I really wanted to explore it. So I found this and had no clue what it was.
This album?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it had both of them, like both discs. And so I picked it up and thought, wow, I love this. And it was one of those things. And from my t-shirt, like I had no 9 Inch Nails. It was one of those, I mean, everyone finds 9 Inch Nails by seeing the Closer music video.
Oh, absolutely.
I found it out listening to my Q101.
And so you were probably
Oh,
a
yeah.
child when
Yeah,
that video
I was younger.
popular.
It
Yeah.
was, I remember seeing that video super late night on like MTV Band
Oh, yeah.
and looking at it and going, oh, I like this. This makes me feel weird
Yeah.
because I was younger when I found it. I was like, this is sexy? Question mark. It's kind of spooky. It's weird. It's dangerous seeming because you're like 12 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, wait a second. I don't have sexuality yet, but this is doing something to my brain. So I
On
saw
top of the video is like an insane visual.
I don't think I've ever seen the video.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
I don't
God.
think so.
Check it out.
The first time I heard
pretty
Hurt
cool.
was Johnny Cash's version of the
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Oh, I
That's-
like that version.
It's all right, but
It's fine.
better than the 7 Nest one.
Did they do a
Ew.
cover?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
Ew.
good?
I mean, it's not like great. I don't know. It's just like,
I'd listen to it.
Yeah.
go for it.
I will.
It's not that enjoyable.
All right, fair enough.
Well, so we're getting into this faster than I kind of expected, but one of the things about 9 Inch Nails and also this album is the artwork with it. Because
Okay.
a really famous graphic designer did the artwork for Still and The Fragile and all the DVD extras.
Okay.
So, and his name is David Carson, and he did a lot of famous artwork in the 90s, had a magazine called Ray Gun Magazine, and it was way before my time, but it was all like grunge music, metal music, like David Bowie was in it. And he just had this certain aesthetic that a lot of people were drawn to. So I saw it, and it was kind of the first time I realized that being a graphic designer could be a job.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
And you can like make cool shit. You can
Yeah.
work for bands. You can do whatever the hell you want. So I saw this and thought, I love this. Like, this is a cool thing that I could do.
Yeah.
And the Closer music video is actually an inspiration from a 1980s, it was a stop motion animation but duo, the brothers Quay. And so
Okay.
they had this short called The Street of Crocodiles. And almost the background in this is a shot for shot almost of their backgrounds, or this
Oh,
like creepy
that's
stop
cool.
motion animation. And the Tool music videos are also inspired by Street of Crocodiles.
Right.
A lot of people have sort of like called back to like, oh,
Oh, cool.
this is one of the things that when I saw it in the 80s, I thought, oh, wow, I want to do that. Like, that's really cool. So it inspired all these like 90s music videos.
Mhm.
And that was another one of those things that I looked at and said, wow, that's fun. And inspired all of my like sad college artwork.
Hell yeah.
It's all sad girl shit from here. I mean, truly, this is not a happy album.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean, they're not known for their happiness. So.
No, and I found it, and also one more thing with the Closer music video was a photographer called Joel Peter Whitkin that does a bunch of crazy weird stuff. He has if I ever get art money,
Mhm.
I really want his one photograph, and it's called The Kiss, and it's like two halves of one cadaver head like kissing each other, and it's like $5,000.
Oh.
But I want it.
That's awesome.
I want it real bad.
Yeah, take out a loan. Fuck it.
We're all gonna die. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Hang it in my office next to my other like
Yeah, there you go.
posters. Just this is mine now. And just like bring everybody and like, oh please, like look, you're here for brunch. Awesome. Look at my cadaver heads kissing. Everyone has to look at it now because I spent money on it.
Every week, at least stare at this for a minute.
You have to. It's a requirement coming into my
Yeah.
house. Here's your beer. Stare at it.
Now look. Yeah.
Think about it. We're all gonna die pretty soon.
Oh, man.
Anyways, let's go drink on the patio. Order some waffles. Uh, so young me was sad and digging through CDs. This was like a horrible year for me. It was like straight up some of like the worst times of my life, just amplified by teenage hormones. Because and Kevin and I were talking about this, that feeling, because we were talking about this album too, and because he thought I was going to pick something totally different.
Okay.
And I was like, no, we're doing this because it's like the saddest I've ever been, and there's nothing better than the high of finding a song and all that could have been.
Sure.
That like hit my teenage sadness, and I was like,
Yeah.
I feel this, and I'm like, you won't ever feel anything that intensely again.
Yeah.
That high that you get of finding a song in that period of your life where you just are discovering everything about yourself. Everything sucks. Everything's awesome.
Yeah.
And you don't get that back.
Yeah. That's wild.
Kevin and I sort of joke that it would be awesome because the quarantine depression is hit real bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wow, I don't feel anything about news or things that happen. And when I was thinking back to this album, I thought, wow, how cool would it be to feel that again?
Yeah.
Especially right now. Like, I just want to feel something.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Shit.
Sad teenage.
So this was the first time you heard Nine Inch Nails? Like, this was your introduction to them?
No, I had heard Closer, and I can't remember if I had some of the other albums or not, but this was one of the first things I picked up, and it was one of those things that I found totally on my own, which I loved.
Yeah, that's the shit.
So I was like digging around after tutoring with this like nice little old guy, and I'm just like picking up 9 Inch Nails.
Hell yeah.
I also to paint a real picture, I hadn't started wearing the all black yet. I was wearing Abercrombie, like mini skirts.
Hell yeah.
20 eyelet Doc Martens steel toe boots. Like,
nice.
I drove a silver Volkswagen Bug.
Hell yeah.
Just blaring System of a Down and 9 Inch Nails. That
nice.
Sounds awesome. Sounds all awesome so far.
Hell yeah.
I thought I wasn't cool, and I was just driving around in my Bug, like blaring this.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I used to drive around in a orange Volkswagen Bug with Jack all the time.
Jack had one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
fuck yeah.
Fuck.
They're fun cars.
It is a pretty sweet car. Yeah.
I've never been inside one.
They're deceptively roomier than you would expect.
Really?
Seeing it from the outside.
I don't think they're that small, I guess.
But they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, and this was, I can't remember. No, Mallrats had been out for a long time. But
you just kept wanting to do it in a place that's uncomfortable.
In the back of a Volkswagen? I never did do it in that car. I wanted to just for that.
Just for the story.
Yeah. But I never did. So I picked this up, and that all that could have been, like, it was so sad. And also, like, some of the other tracks, because a lot of them are instrumental.
Yeah.
And they're like 7 minutes long, which
back
looking back is a total precursor to like everything I love now, like Bong Ripper, Pelican, all that kind of stuff. So it was already like seated in there. As I was like looking at this, I was like, okay, yeah. And I would like play it for people, and like no one gave a shit, and no one wanted to listen to again Heroin Depression, the album.
Yeah, for real. That's also, it's like a very complex record for like someone that young to get into as well, I feel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can't, because 16, somewhere between 14 and 16 is when I was started to really find it, because I must have not been driving quite yet.
Yeah.
If I was waiting for my mom when I found this.
Okay. Yeah.
I also think I never returned it. Because I can't mail out letters on time, and I can't return shit. I still have like library books and like Blockbuster videos that I can't play. So I'm sure I never returned it, and I also just wanted the artwork. And I remember it was a photocopy of the artwork, so it wasn't even like the real artwork. Right. So I was really pissed. Yeah. But I found it because I also own, like, 9 Inch Nails came out with a dual VHS like special edition of all of their music videos to date.
Yeah.
When it was released on a double VHS. So you know it was a while ago. And I actually gave it to an ex as a gift. And no, I took that the moment we broke up. I snagged that fucker.
Good on you.
I have also never played it because I am terrified that the VHS player will eat my tape. Because we had VHS player until recently, and it ate my tape of a movie called Seamus.
Okay. Seamus, is that about a dog?
No,
Okay.
it's I want to say it's
Shit.
Burt Reynolds.
Oh,
And
hell yeah.
there's a
I'm thinking Beethoven. Never mind. I don't know how I got those wires crossed.
I'm not even gonna.
You ever
look it
see
up.
that
I don't
movie,
care.
Beethoven?
We used to Capsize used to have a song named after Beethoven.
Sick. Called
that?
Beethoven?
No, it was called Rent Beethoven 1 and 2. So that what the hell is that actor's name?
I don't remember.
Can't think of the main actor's name. Or like, so that guy can get a paycheck.
Hell
Song
yeah.
title.
Sick. Good song title.
He was in everything for a while too.
Yeah, I can't think of his fucking name.
I
He was in
will
that
never know his
horrible
name.
Martin Short movie, Clifford.
I don't remember.
It's gonna here, you guys keep going.
That's sick though. Yeah, this album is awesome. I
Yeah.
never heard it before today.
I actually almost picked The Becoming because that one was a redo,
Uh-huh.
or a reimagining from
Yeah.
The Fragile.
That's like one of
Yeah.
my favorite Nine Inch Nails songs.
Oh, it's so good. And this one it's so weird and different, and like
Mhm.
that kind of like weird mechanical sounds that they have. Like it's an original one, but there's something about like a piano version
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
was
cool.
so sick.
Yeah.
And also, again, I'm like, all of these songs are just so goddamn sad.
Yeah.
And like the Something I Can Never Have, because I'm pretty sure that one was off of Pretty Hate Machine, and like all these things that was like super dancey just like turned into something entirely different on Still,
Mm.
which is so cool because I actually love a lot of Nine Inch Nails weird remix albums.
Mhm.
There was another one I almost picked for this because it just has a bunch of goofy remixes, but they're all like 20 minutes long, and I was like, I'm not
Oh,
not
fuck.
doing that to anybody.
Yeah.
That's a lot of homework.
Here, listen to a bunch of and like they're all like from that certain time in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like all of these songs, did you guys have like certain favorites off of this doing homework?
Yeah, my favorite song was actually the last one, Leaving Hope. I thought it was really cool.
That one is pretty sick.
Yeah, and it's really sad sounding. It just sounds like a post-rock song to me. Like, even like the Ebo guitar part in that song, I
Yeah.
was just like, whoa, this is fucking not what I expected. But I liked the Persistence of Loss a lot too.
They'll just have sick names.
Yeah, they do, for real. And it
The
was just,
Persistence of Loss could be like any metal.
I'll admit, I'm definitely like a Nine Inch Nails noob. I didn't really get into them until recent years. Like, I've always admired them from afar. Like, I remember their hits when I was a kid, like listening to them on 94.7 The Zone and Q101, you know, when they would play like, I don't know, like Head Like a Hole or something like that. And they never really clicked with me until I remember we got like an upgrade to our cable and we got MTV2. And this was when I was like 14. And I remember seeing the music video for Bite the Hand That Feeds off of With Teeth. And that was the song where I was like, all right, I kind of like this band. And like, I remember, funny enough about the library shit, Eric, my buddy Eric, who you know, when we were younger, Eric didn't have a fucking PC, only I did. And like for our iPods, he would use my computer to like update his iPod with new music. So like he used to go to the Oak Park Library all the time and get like all these CDs, and we would bring them over to my house and spend like the entire night just like ripping them on the computer. Yeah. And it was like, it was cool. And I remember he got With Teeth, and just thinking like, wow, this album is the shit. Awesome. And like, but I never followed through with Nine Inch Nails, but I always like have admired them from afar. And like over the years, like started to get more into them. Like Adrian really likes that record. I think it's Year Zero, it's called.
Yeah.
And like one day, like he just like sat me down and explained to me why he likes this whole record. And we listened to most of it. And I was like, holy shit, this album is like fucking amazing. And like,
they released like 2020 pandemic t-shirts for like,
oh yeah,
and you could only get them for like 2 days. And I was torn, and I almost bought like all of them. And Kevin just looked at me. He's
Talk to you.
you cannot spend $80 on t-shirts in one, like that you will not wear. He's like, you have so many t-shirts, but one of them, and I just, in retrospect, I wish I would have gone with this one, but there was one off that album.
Oh, Year Zero.
Yeah, and it was just United States, and it says, we used to stand for something and now we're on our hands and knees. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I want that t-shirt.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
It would have been sick, but I got one that said every day is exactly the same.
Oh, that's good too.
And I was like, yeah.
Very apt today.
Oh yeah, especially because I just now live in sweatpants, just in
Hell
front of my
yeah,
fucking.
I'm in sweatpants now. Fuck it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I put on real pants for this and a real bra since I've done none of those things.
If
this
I had a real
entire
bra, I would wear
pandemic.
one too.
Oh, I just at the start of this, I just bought like a pack of sports bras, pack of like yoga pants. I was like, I'm not
Like,
leaving.
this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the shit. I literally am wearing what I worked in all day today.
Oh, nice.
I could
Yeah.
not come out in that. That would have been like the Costco sweatpants, and
Hell yeah.
I was covered in chemicals, so I had to.
you had
Nice.
to change.
You had to.
That's cool.
But also with that With Teeth album, I went to see them. They were on tour, and the day that came out, I saw them at the Congress Theater,
Oh, cool.
and I was
Nice.
16. It was so cool.
Fuck,
They played
that's
with the
awesome.
Dresden Dolls. I think I talked about
Oh,
this.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
And it was, I mean, I was like 16 again, and just that being my second concert ever
That's
was
awesome.
so cool.
Holy shit, that is cool.
See, and then I went to 0 concerts for like years, and I started to go again when I was in New York,
Yeah.
but then I really didn't start going to shows until I got back like 6 years ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
So then, well, because also shows were really expensive.
yeah.
Mm.
So, you know, I wasn't going to spend all this money. Like, I spent money to see them at Congress because I didn't get the tickets right away. So I bought them off of eBay for like $200 something.
Holy fuck.
I mean,
Damn.
and I think,
Back when you could do that on eBay.
yeah.
Jeez.
Well, and now you could easily just get them.
Yeah, you could scalp them other ways, but like,
Well, there's that one. What's the one ticket scalper? Like the big one that people always bitch about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, StubHub?
Yeah,
No.
StubHub. I
Yeah.
think so.
Right? Yeah.
They're basically scalpers.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but also we didn't have iPhones back then either to
True.
just be like, oh, at
Fuck,
4
that's
p.m.
yeah,
they
that's
go on
true.
sale. So if you
Yeah.
were in school, you
Yeah,
couldn't
you're
just,
fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go to the library for like 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to get these 9-inch nails. I'm sure one of my teachers would have.
Let you.
Gave you
Yeah.
the go. Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, also, because I actually found this really dates me. I found all of my live journal entries.
Hell yeah.
I actually, on my computer.
Wow.
This. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't.
Are you
it
gonna
was-
publish them?
No, what I wanted to do, and now because I also started a beer blog recently, just for
Nice.
shits and
You're gonna
giggles.
publish them on
yeah.
there?
Well, I was gonna get drunk and read them, and I
You should.
truly tried once, and I got so embarrassed reading my own stuff to myself,
Oh,
and just
okay.
like, and also
Going
I can't look
over.
at myself in like the little like,
Oh, the play
Corner?
yeah, no, I can't because I
We'll
see
have
that.
one of us read it. We'll read it for you.
Oh,
Dude.
that's gonna be way better. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll get
yeah,
high
yeah,
and do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
No. Okay, we definitely have to do that then
All
because
right.
I can be down for that. I don't want
Yeah.
to look at myself. Well, because also I'm in like all these Zoom meetings and things for work,
Sure.
and I have set up appointments for Botox and a chemical peel like 5 times and canceled it
Oh wow.
because I just like stare at my face. You're in the
Wow.
shitty thing, and I'm just like,
Oh, I didn't think that.
I
yeah.
look like that,
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
so yeah, so then just staring at myself drunk, like reading these, I was like, I can't do it. I got like super, I got
no.
super shit faced.
Oh fuck.
Gavin was like, is it that bad? I'm like,
That got dark really fast.
Yeah,
You might not want
it
to do that
did.
again.
I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I can't stare at my face anymore. I can't read my shitty teen writing. He's like, okay. Well, I'll go
That's
get
gotta
you.
be a dark place for anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. But I had a journal entry the day after, like, I smell like weed. I smell like sweat. I have my concert t-shirt. I feel so cool.
Fuck
And
yeah.
which I mean, looking back, I was like, fuck yeah, teen Megan.
Hell yeah.
You went to the Congress.
Yeah.
Because we were in the pit too, and
Fuck yeah.
like a family friend took us.
Nice.
Me, it was just me.
Yeah.
Because my parents would, and that was the other thing. My parents would not let me go to shows by myself.
Sure. Well, when you're 16 and you were living in Naperville,
Yeah,
I guess I could understand. That's
Well,
a long
not
drive.
this particular show, definitely
Okay,
not.
yeah.
My parents were like, well, and Logan Square was not cool back then, and now
Okay.
I own down the street.
yeah, that
Yeah.
it was not that cool back then.
No,
Yeah.
and so they were like, okay, your friend, like our good family friend's gonna take you, and he listened to
Mhm.
them in college, so he was down to take
Cool.
me.
Oh,
So
sick.
he was more than happy. So we went and yeah. My parents were never going to take me to shows. My mom could stand the music, but couldn't stay up late. And my dad couldn't stand the music, but could stay up late. So they just never wanted to go to shows.
Fair enough.
They did try and get me to go to like Backstreet Boys. No, NSYNC. My mom wanted to go to NSYNC at Wrigley, and I refused to go with her.
Damn. My dad took me to see Dying Fetus once, actually, for the first time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. My dad, he would take us to a bunch of
He
shows.
listens to this podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He listens to, he's talking to me today about
Your
the
dad is
podcast.
excited as fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a weird show. It was at the Clearwater Theater, and it was Dying Fetus, Misery Index, Annotations of an Autopsy, who wasn't a band for a long time and now is a band again, Arsis, and this band called Conducting from the Grave that used to be on Sumerian. Do you remember them? Yeah. They were all at the show at Clearwater, and it was so sick. Yeah. Cool. It was a wild tour. Yeah, that's a lot of bands to sit through, and he sat through the whole fucking show, and he was into it. Like my dad, live music. He's cool with anything.
I would think so. Yeah,
he's a very open person. But...
See, when I told my I told her, "Oh, I'm going to be on a friend's podcast," and she goes, "Oh my God, you're famous." I was like, "No, no, I have a lot of friends, Mom. Thank you." she texted me earlier. She goes, "Good luck on your podcast." 2 separate words.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure the phone did that.
If you have any white male friends, chances are you know somebody with a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to get on one.
Yeah, very
true. The majority of my friend group. So.
It's like how it used to be. Everybody's a fucking musician. Everybody's a fucking podcast person.
Well, now there's both. See, this fits both.
And now we're both of those assholes. So there you go.
Dude, I love it when people like find out that I have a podcast and they're like, "What's the subject?" And then I'm like, "Nothing." It is the best part because then they know that I'm just like not like a boner guy and I just want to like talk, like, you know what I mean? It's like
it's whatever
we actually talk about fossils and like I don't know.
We could. My dad likes fossils.
That was so funny.
Does he have fossils?
My dad's a huge fossil collector.
Oh, no shit. That's pretty cool. Yeah, actually.
Likes his rocks.
Yeah. Sick. Well, anyway, yeah, that is the best part. But anyway.
Although we do have these specific episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, right. We have those. I tell people kind of music, so.
This derailed pretty quickly from Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
We tend to do that on these. Yeah, no, it's all right.
I started it.
So he released Still because he was not confident with the performance that was on the live.
No, I think
album.
They just kind of were messing around.
Yeah.
And
it could also have been a label thing too.
I don't think it was.
Or to sell double.
Well,
maybe. Yeah.
So, because I looked it up on the Wikipedia before I got here because I wanted to double check and make it sound like I knew what I was talking about. Actually, this was the only thing I didn't really know. The rest of it I did, except for the overdose. I confirmed it was an overdose. They had done this in Chicago. They had like a studio session that they did some like deconstructed, whatever.
Also very ahead of its time shit. Like,
yeah.
I remember 4 years ago when like Cynic, The Contortionist, like BT Bam, I think, and like a bunch of other bands would do these like deconstructed, reimagined versions of songs. And I'm like, God, it was like every band was doing it for a minute. And I'm like, come on. But these, this is 2002.
To make more material.
Sure.
Without having to try that hard.
Yeah.
But this one disappeared so quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
With Nine Inch Nails, that's kind of like their thing too. That's kind of Trent's thing is like, here's one version of the song and then we go do it live.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother version.
Well, that's sick that they did that.
And like
back
the
then
instrumentation changes and like, it's cool. That's one aspect of that band that's awesome.
Yeah.
I do love some of their live tracks because he just adds random fucks in there. He does one in, I want to say, Terrible Lie. He just adds like a random fuck in like the live version, and he does it in a version of Starfuckers. But yeah, he also has entire albums that are just weird remixes of the Downward Spiral and Closer. And I remember listening to those in college, and someone thought there was something wrong with my computer because it just sounded like noise.
Sick. That's cool.
Then I also.
That's sick he does that shit though,
yeah.
I think.
I like it because it does change the meanings of the songs.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And also with Closer because it is a sexy song, but at the same time, it is also like it's not like a fun sexy. It's like a dark sexy. It's session sexy.
Yeah.
It's something you don't get often.
Mm-hmm.
So having all these other weird, darker, grimier, like industrial beat versions, I love. And I love some of them almost more than the original. And it's just all these like goofy remixes that I just prefer off of the main albums.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one remix called 10 Miles High that's just weird. But again, I love it. And these albums, and this one particularly, and I didn't know this because I had it because I burned it from the library or stole it altogether. I'm 90% sure I stole it now that I'm looking back, because I remember seeing it in my CD case, like that big binder.
Hell yeah.
And I was dating this guy, and he and I would like exchange albums, like, oh, you know, none of mine stuck. He was not into, he really liked U2 and Aerosmith. And
so this is right up his alley, essentially.
So I gave him this one, and I think I also gave him System of a Down, and he said, these were nice.
Oh, man.
I know.
They are nice.
This was a great album, you stupid asshole.
What did he give you? Do you remember? U2?
One of them was U2. I think there was an Aerosmith and Bare Naked Ladies, which I actually really love Bare Naked Ladies.
Really?
Oh my God. Wow. So my parents and I have a song, and we can sing it together, and it's If I Had $1 Million.
Wow. And if I had I don't remember how it exactly
if you
goes.
need someone to sing it like top to bottom, it's me.
Really? Damn, I haven't heard that song in like probably 10 years.
Oh my, so every time we go to Talia Hall to a show, if it's like Thursday or Friday or Saturday, whatever days the piano bar next door is open.
Oh, yeah.
There was once. Okay, so Drunk Me gets on tracks, and you cannot derail me. There's no breaking the spell. You just kind of either gotta let it go or you gotta walk away. Like it's a train that's not coming off the tracks. And I was not ready to like go home, and it was like still kind of early. I was getting drunk. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, there's a piano bar. Like we have to like go in for a few minutes.
And see if he'll play Bare Naked Ladies.
No, he was just playing whatever, and no one was getting excited but me. So this poor guy is like playing a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
And he would just look over to see if what I was doing at the end of the bar, and I'm just like,
yeah, sick.
I have this
You're
like
killing it.
I have this like dumb, dopey, like I call it the gothy golden retriever face. Where it's just like, oh my God, I love this song. And it's like every shitty song that you would hear at a piano bar. And then I like slipped him like way too much to play If I Had $1 Million.
Did he know it?
Oh my God, yeah. And then
so there's a trick to those guys and like how they do it, and it's all like off the phone. They just know the chord progressions, and they can just go right through.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It was
pretty interesting. I've been to my fair share of piano bar.
Yeah, I guess so. I believe
I've
that.
talked to those guys before, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do this?
That's sick.
Yeah, we just, yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. But yeah, so we, so he did not pick up the music that I was putting down, but Bare Naked Ladies did stick.
Nice. Anyway, Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails album. God, we derailed there.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what this podcast
that's true.
is for. Derailing. But yeah.
Oh, so I had the album, the actual still CD for a long time, and I know I lost it somewhere, or it's in the basement at my parents' house somewhere. But this will go for a lot of money because for a long time it was not available anywhere.
Really?
I actually tried to find it at some point, and well, now it's on Spotify, and it nothing matters. But there was, I think, a solid 10, 11, 15 years that you couldn't get it. Or it would show up in like a limited release. And so on eBay, sometimes like the CD goes for like $200.
Holy
whoa.
Yeah, so it's like a like one of those weird collector items. So I always felt kind of good knowing that I had it. And then I had that stupid VHS duo.
What is it? They're Halos, right? Each album. What number was it? Do you remember? The only other person I know would probably know this really well is Rosie. Was a huge, or still is, like a huge Nine Inch Nails
Nin fan.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much it goes for on eBay.
No, it's probably not so much, but because you can get it. It was when you couldn't even get the tracks anywhere.
$70.
Damn.
$50. Yeah, wow. Fuck. That's all I could find. It's 2 copies of it.
Damn.
Well,
did you have a favorite song off of this, Bill, or no?
The Becoming. I just like that song in general.
Yeah.
yeah,
To
it's a
hear
good song.
That version of it is a lot of fun. And,
It was cool.
The only
pretty
reason I
sweet.
didn't pick that one as like the highlight song that people should listen to is because it is a more known song. But
Mhm.
the And All That Could Have Been was the
was
reason
a
they
good choice.
named it because the whole package was And All That Could Have Been.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you have to, because it's one of the two. There were only a few new songs
Mhm.
on Still,
Mhm.
and that was one of them. But after that, like they never really did much with it.
Yeah. Yeah, this prompted me actually to listen to the album that came out in 2018, Bad Witch, I think it's called.
Oh,
Have you guys heard that one?
I
No.
actually fell off
Oh.
9 Inch Nails after year 0.
Okay.
So then they had the Ghosts album, which was all instrumental,
Yeah.
which he's always loved instrumental work, which makes a lot of sense that he does soundtracks now.
Yeah.
Actually, that was the other bit of fun information about Still, was some of these tracks were supposed to be for the soundtrack of 1 Hour Photo.
Photo?
Yeah.
Did he do the soundtrack to that
Oh.
movie?
He was supposed to.
He was supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
but he didn't do
because
it.
because what's the director's name? Romanek? Something?
1 Hour Photo.
Yeah.
Man, what a good movie. I just watched that with Sam not too long
I've
ago.
never seen it, but
Oh my God. I watch
good.
it like once a
Yeah.
year.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah, it's a pretty good film.
But that director did a lot of he
And
directed
Mark
a lot
Romanek.
of Mark Romanek. He did a lot for music videos. He did a few 9 Inch Nails music videos. He did 1 Hour Video, 1 Hour Photo, 1 Hour Video. And he also directed a ton of advertisements, which again just kind of rolls back into like shit I do now.
Sure.
So it's like, wow, everything, like this was like everything just setting up what I was
Yeah.
going to do across the board, the kind of music I like, what I do for a job. So that's why, that's the main reason why I chose it. But Mark Romanek also directed Shake It Off for Taylor Swift, who I also love. Don't fuck with me.
Oh, you're a T Swift stan?
I have to.
Really?
They're so catchy.
I don't
So
get
fucking
it.
catchy.
I don't disrespect Taylor Swift, but like even when I like a lot of pop music, like I can never latch on to Taylor Swift. But I know a lot of like metal dudes that like love Taylor Swift.
I'm glad I'm not alone. I feel
Yeah,
seen.
no, I feel like Taylor Swift is like the one pop artist I hear the most of out of like metal guys' mouths.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people I hear talk about that shit. I see it on the internet all the time, and I like listen to it. And I'm like, what am I not getting here? Like,
It's
what
not
am I
all
not?
of her songs, just some of her songs.
Sure. Yeah,
like-
that's fair. And I know she's done the stylistic change thing, right? A couple times,
Yeah.
2, 3 times,
Two,
something
3
like
times.
that. Because didn't she used to be like a country artist at
Yeah.
first? And now she's a pop star and makes a lot of money, but she probably did back then anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even more so now. Good for her, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, anything
Yeah.
else? Any final
No,
words
I
about
was gonna
this
say,
record?
I'm like, that's all I got.
All right. Well, shall we transition to
Yes.
Mr. Faye's pick?
Mutoid Man. Yeah. I had a tough time choosing between this album and the last one because they're like
Their
both those
album.
albums are like almost desert island albums for me. I can just listen
What's the
front to back.
Bleeders? The other
Okay.
one.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
the only reason why I chose this one is because the one track I like the most is on here that they've done, which is Bandages. The, like,
Oh, I
slow-
love
Yeah,
that
was a
song.
great
Phenomenal.
song. I think
Yeah,
that was my
so
favorite on
good.
this record
Yeah.
too.
That's
That,
my
that
favorite.
definitely was my favorite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Doing that because I listened to all of the albums back to back, and Kevin was just listening to me like putts around the house.
Yeah.
And the Bandages came on, and I said, "Classic sad girl Meghan shit right here."
Yeah.
And
It kind of comes out of nowhere because the whole album is
Yeah.
like an upbeat, fast paced thing, and then they do
Mhm.
this song. You're like, whoa, all right.
Yeah, it's good.
I love
Um.
this album I almost picked was Cult Leader.
Oh, fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
what's the-
I was
what's-
kind of half expecting that from you.
Which one? The new one? The
no,
newest one?
not the new one. Mongrel has been one of my top songs for.
Oh, that EP, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. I love that EP. The last song, Driftwood, on that.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. I saw that
Um,
live a couple times and it was very like, holy shit moments.
Oh, it's Lightless Walk
bad
is the
ones.
one I almost picked.
Oh, okay.
Because I can listen to this album
Yeah.
back to front, like no no problem.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, I also because I love the like when they get to A Good Life.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad. Like there's like all these like really high like screamy songs.
Yeah.
And then just like A Good Life Wasted. And I was like, oh, okay. That's my like bandages because it's just like upbeat all the way and then just sadness.
Right.
Yeah, very, very interesting move for them. That's like the one song that I felt was like a different vibe than most of them, and
it's the best.
Saved it for last. Yeah, it is really good. There's a bunch of cool shit though.
Yeah. The other thing that like is interesting about this album that I heard about was like they did this in like less than 2 weeks.
Whoa, the whole thing?
Written and recorded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Fast. What the hell?
How crazy is that?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to remember. They went in having like 2 or 3 songs.
Who recorded it? Do you know?
What's his name?
Kurt Ballou?
Converge. Yeah. Because the drummer is from Converge.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
that's
is like,
right.
So the reason why I even found out about this band was before I had joined Something Is Waiting, they opened for Mutoid Man.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, and you know, of course it's a big deal. So they're like, you gotta come out to the show for Mutoid Man.
Who was it?
Like, what's up?
Who opened for them?
Something Is Waiting.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know who that is. And then they're like, well, the drummer from Converge. I was like, I don't give a shit about Converge. I'm like, sorry. I was like, none of that's appealing to me. I was like, I just want to go and see you guys, you know?
Yeah.
And so I went to the show and I was like, fuck it, I'll stick around. Like, why not? Because there was only a handful of bands. And they come on and they just ripped it. It was like one of the best live shows I've ever seen from a band. A 3-piece band that just like crushed it. And that vocalist is like insanely good. And I was like, this band fucking rules. And so I've been following them ever since. And yeah, this album, like I said, I picked it mainly because that song Bandages on there. But overall, yeah, I think it's just a fun album, you know, like
oh yeah,
because of the upbeat nature of it, and like his name's Steve Brodsky, like the vocals is just
is he in any other bands?
Yeah,
I feel like
he is from a band called Cave In.
Oh no shit, he's in Cave. That's the Cave In singer.
Yep, that's him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that name everywhere. I don't know much about Cave In.
The only thing I know about him is that the name Cave In is like a joke on Lamb Goat.
Oh fuck,
it's some sort of running gag that I remember Jack and Tom explained to me once before, and I don't.
That's wild. Yeah, Cave In was big.
Do I want to know what Lamb Goat is?
Oh man, I can't believe you don't. It's like a huge metal news and forum site.
Oh, I don't follow any of that.
Okay.
It's probably for the best.
I went on Metal Injunction yesterday, and because I started following them on my beer and metal account, and then immediately stopped following after all the Marilyn Manson stuff and the comments, and I was like, nope, I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
Sounds like half his people don't want me here. So
yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's I don't follow. Lamb Goat's my favorite because it's like the most unbiased, like just straightforward, not really opinion based news type stuff.
Okay.
Like they just post like album releases and things that happen.
Really, it was like about the message board.
Yeah,
that's like the.
I never even go on there.
Yeah, like Tom and Jack were like.
I know they're big about it, and there's a lot of big.
They were like
guys
famous on there.
I know. Yeah,
like it was crazy because they were one of like the OGs of it, and like they just were on it constantly.
I never got into the message board thing.
Yeah,
but there are people who did, but just not even just for metal, but just
like
at all
anything.
Yeah.
Well, a buddy of mine knows all these like pretty famous artists now through message boards. Of just like weird t-shirt designs from
just like chatting them up on there.
Yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, a lot of shit comes together like that.
Well, Jack and Tom used to get like into shows and stuff because like they would talk to the bands that were like the Faceless. They used to talk with the singer.
Derek, he was a big Lamb Goat guy.
He used to be like, "Hey, if anybody wants like, you know, free
I'll
tickets,
get you in."
Like,
yeah.
Hey.
Oh,
like
that's
every
sick.
time he'd always do it.
God damn it! I could have been getting free tickets this entire time.
Yeah. Damn, that's awesome.
A shitload on Lamb Goat, and I believe Tom is still on there.
Oh, okay.
I believe Jack isn't though.
Yeah.
But maybe he's back now that he's probably got a lot of time on his hands.
Maybe. This is my first time listening to Mutoid Man.
Same.
That's not true. I've heard them before. I remember when you were talking about them after that show. You're like, Mutoid Man, blah, blah, blah. And I like listened to a song or two and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then like, yeah, I never really went back to it. And I know Eddie, like Limp Harris, he recommended them to me once. And I was just like, yeah. And then I never checked it out. And then it was like everywhere. Like they were getting blasted. Like they were all over the internet. Like I would see them on every metal website. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, relax.
Yeah,
like
the previous album, like they really took off.
Yeah, Bleeder was big. And like, I don't know, this is like gotta be a side project for Ben Kohler. Because it's like he's in Converge.
Yeah.
But
I don't know where the bass player's from.
Okay. Yeah, there's so many Bill Fay moments on this record.
Nick. Oh yeah.
So many all these like Bill
The
Fay guitar
riffage,
effects,
yeah.
and I'm just like, man, like, oh, no
100%.
wonder Bill likes this.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that sounds like something Bill would play, or this sounds like something Bill would
I
play.
try to rip that guy off every once in a while.
And that makes sense as to like, because like they have like, they don't sound like Something Is Waiting, but it's like almost like music that would like, it goes together very well.
Yeah, you could see
Something Is
why
Waiting
they
goes
opened
to
for him.
exactly. It's got that rock and roll like attitude and vibe to it, but it's like also kind of heavy.
It almost reminded me, and probably because you had sent me the one episode about new metal, so System of a Down was on my mind. So it almost sounded a little bit like if System of a Down and Queens of the Stone Age had a slightly watered down baby.
That's a good
Okay,
point.
that's an
Yeah.
interesting analogy. I could see that for sure,
Yeah.
though, especially the Queens of the Stone Age
Because it kind of,
vibe.
and this is probably a super oversimplification of it, but they have those like what I like to call like the Queens of the Stone Age, like the sexy riffs.
Yeah,
And there was a few times in this I'm like, oh, there's a sexy riff.
yeah,
That's fun.
yeah. There's like, and the cool thing about this record is like, there's a lot of songs on it, but it's like really easy to listen to.
Oh, this was
Very
so easy to
digestible.
listen
Yeah,
to.
most of the songs are like, I don't think there's a song that goes over 5 minutes on this record at all. Like the first half, it's just like bam, and then I'm like, whoa, what the fuck happened? And then like I check, and then I'm like, oh, I'm already at the end. But I did really like that song, Date with the Devil.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, that opening riff is really cool. That feel, that that part's really sick. And yeah, it was just a fun listen, because this is something I'd probably never would listen to on my own.
Same, and I feel like I'm actually almost surprised to see that they're a newer band.
Yeah,
Relatively new.
within the
feel
last
like
10 years.
I feel like I've heard of them though before that, and maybe I'm just because I feel like I've gotten them confused with a different band, because that happens to me a lot.
Yeah,
like
same.
if album artwork or
Welcome to my
logos
world.
are similar,
Yeah,
I don't. It just goes in the weird filing cabinet where
For sure.
everything gets wrong, and like. So I thought this was almost a different band.
Oh.
But when it started, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, this is super fun. And then we were talking about it because Kevin goes, oh, this is good. I like this. And I said, oh, it's Hormones. Oh, I get it. Hormones. There it is.
Oh,
I had to
never
say it
noticed
out loud.
That makes sense.
There's a
Wow.
lot of like tongue-in-cheek lyrical
Yeah.
content throughout
Yeah.
this whole thing. Like it's funny. I've watched videos of that dude Brodsky like talking, mainly like a gear video, and like the dude's a fucking goofball. Like he's a total weirdo. So it's like that makes sense why the lyrics are like the way that they are. And
Yeah.
it seems like he does. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That carries over.
I remember when this band, the first time I heard of them was when the Helium Head EP came out in 2014, because there was a blog that I used to go to all the time. It's I think it still exists. It's called Heavy Blog is Heavy.
Oh
And,
Oh,
um,
I've actually heard of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did a big story on that. Like, I don't know if it's an album or an EP or whatever. Helium Head. They did like a big
I think
story
it's
on
an
it.
album.
And I'm going to take a look right now
Take a
on their
look.
Bandcamp. But 6 songs,
Okay, so I mean,
EP, album,
EP.
whatever you would call it. But anyway, I remember looking at the album cover and thinking it was like very psychedelic and weird looking. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. But then I read like, it's like another Converge side project type thing. And like those guys have so many fucking bands and projects.
Oh,
and
do
like,
they?
yeah, like Jacob Bannon's got like 4,
oh geez.
like aside from like,
are either you Converge fans?
not really. That's the thing. I'm not a
Yeah.
big Converge guy.
I'm going to have to admit something. We went to a Neurosis show and they opened.
That's sick.
I
It
like
was
that burger.
really
At Talia Hall?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super fun. And honestly, I had heard of Converge. I'd seen all the album artwork, never listened to a song. Thought
Mhm.
his voice was a joke. And I was
It's
like,
weird,
oh,
Yeah.
but it's also unique.
oh, it is.
You know, like
Yeah.
yeah.
But hearing them live for the first time, just like hearing them at all, and I was
Like,
like,
this is the band everybody's fucking talking about.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's, I mean, kind of. I was like, and I was also really hungover.
Oh,
It
wow.
always makes it sound like I'm like drunk
Another
all
way.
the time in this. And I was like, I guess only really interesting things happen when I'm like drunk or hungover.
Fair enough.
I just remember I had to have a Bloody Mary before that show.
Yeah. That's fair. Neurosis, I bet, was sick, though.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah,
I think it was
gotta see him
Amon
next time
Ra,
I'm here.
Converge,
Yeah, okay.
and Neurosis,
I
which
remember
I
that tour.
loved Amon Ra.
That wasn't that long ago, right? Like 2 or 3 years ago?
Like,
Yeah.
there's- you probably knew a bunch of people at that. Too,
Eddie, I
right?
think, went.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got into Neurosis last year. So like now I'm like, fuck, I wish I saw them the 4 times they came here when I had the chance to.
They
I
came
just
a
didn't
few
give
times
fuck.
because I think we went to both of them. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I know they play like Talia Hall exclusively now in Chicago pretty much. I know at least the last few tours I've only heard that they're playing, like I've only through the grapevine people are like, "Oh, I'm seeing Neurosis at fucking Talia Hall." And I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And yeah, Converge, like I never gave a shit about Converge really until like later years where there's a couple records I think are cool by them, but they've never been like that like wow factor band for me. So it's like, do I ever really want to listen to the offshoots that those guys have done? Like,
I mean, that's
probably
fair.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like there's good things about like there's that All Pigs Must Die band, which I think Ben Kohler's in that too.
Okay.
And they're like I think a grind band. I could be wrong. I've never actually heard them. And then there's Doom Riders, which I think the bass player's in or something.
I've seen that band.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Okay.
It's, believe that was the daughter show at the original Bottom Lounge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's Wear Your Wounds, which is Jacob Bannon's project with Gunface and
Really?
a couple of other guys. Yeah, a couple of other bigger dudes. They're like a super group. And then there's like a new death metal band that Jacob Bannon started with Gunface. I forget what they're called.
Weird.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit like that's out there like that these guys have done. So I've never really like gave them a chance. But yeah, this was a cool listen. It was definitely like one of those listens where I almost got like, it's funny that you say Queens of the Stone Age because I thought of that too. And I also thought of like a Mastodon vibe, like later Mastodon stuff where it's more like straightforward and not
More
like,
rock
yeah,
version of 'em.
yeah, the more rocky type stuff. But it was cool. The vocals were not my favorite, but I think the singer is really good. And I mean, he sounds awesome. But it was cool when he would do the accents, but he would do like a like a growl or something, and I'm like, whoa, that was sick. Like I almost wish like there were screaming parts on this record or more of them. But I also kind of like that they teeter on this line of like some stuff sounding kind of really heavy, and then some stuff like
almost there.
Yeah, it's very interesting how they do that, and it's probably intentional, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like intentional.
I don't know. I've never listened to Cave In, so I don't really know.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't
what he
really
does in
either.
that band.
I
know he
haven't
sings,
listened to like
but I don't
any
know.
of these bands.
Yeah, I'm not a Converge fan either. Like,
Yeah.
I like one song of theirs. Nate mentioned it the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the one song I like.
Something on Axe to Fall, right?
First song.
Yeah.
Song. That's the shit.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what it's called.
Fucking fine.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I pretty much agree.
I think, and a lot of my friends weren't like Converge fans. Like Tom and Jack weren't
same.
big on that band. I think they might have listened to them, but
Okay.
they never were like, you gotta check it out. You gotta be into it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said
Well, they're like
anything.
from the hardcore scene Converge. Like they were a hardcore
I mean, they're a massive
band.
band. In the
Yeah, they're
world,
huge
for
now.
sure. And of course, Kurt Blue, right?
Yeah.
The
Big
engineer.
producer
Yeah,
and
some
guitar player.
Insane albums. That guy, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, he does so much shit. He did the new he did that new Genghis Tron record that's coming out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he did that. He's done countless albums that I can't think of, but he has done countless albums. But yeah, that's cool that like they did this with him. I assume probably all those guys go to him for their records.
So. Probably get a really good deal with him.
Yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, it's interesting to me. And like, this is only from 2018. I thought it was older than that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
They're due for like another one. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they pump one out
With
COVID.
it. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Now, like all these albums are rolling out this year already. Like people are announced. Like Cannibal Corpse announced a record. Genghis Tron's got that record coming out. Disentomb is working on a record. Like, yeah.
Man, I feel like I've been living under a rock. I've like not kept up with anything. Like everything I've generally enjoyed, I just don't follow anymore.
Yeah.
Fair
Like,
enough.
I guess I'll
Everything's
catch
kind of
up.
slowed down though right now. Like a lot of albums have been pushed back. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they're sort of
Like,
coming out
finally.
again. Yeah, because now I think people are kind of just facing the fact where it's like
fuck it, we got.
well, we're sitting on our asses. Yeah, there was all those bands that were on like, there was like a few bands on Nuclear Blast last year that pushed back their records, like Enslaved, Hatebreed did for that album that just came out.
Did Hatebreed ever release that album?
Yeah, it
Oh,
came
they
out
did.
recently, like a month or two ago, maybe, or 3. I know it came out
Said, fuck it.
soon, yeah, but which is also nuts to me, but like sick, you know, like. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like they're at this point now where I'm glad artists are putting out new music and shit.
Right.
Just because at this point it's like, well, what can you do? You know, like I
What
bet
can you
Cannibal was
say?
sitting on that record for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're probably just like, here we go.
Here it is.
Yeah,
Probably see more internet live shows.
Yeah, I
signed
expect
up
that.
for a few of
You
those.
watch some of them?
No.
Man.
Which ones did you sign up for?
The Windhand one. There was
Okay.
one with Empty Bottle, and I bought it, and I bought like whatever extra to have it down. Like you can download it later, and I never downloaded it and never watched it. But I gave them my money, so
Yeah, supporting.
That's cool. Yeah, that's supporting.
I did one.
Yeah. Which one did you do?
Misery Signals.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I saw their with Darkest Hour, but I didn't. I watched. Me and Sam watched it because she kind of likes Misery Signals, and we watched that. And then she was like, "There's another band after." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." Like, I didn't want to watch Darkest Hour at all. I was like, "Yeah,
you're
I don't
not
give a fuck."
Darkest Hour fan.
Oh, you know
A
what?
couple albums
I tried to watch one for Of Wolves.
of Wolves. I don't know.
They're
them.
a local band.
Okay.
It sounds familiar.
They
Have I played
I know
with them?
Blood of the
No.
Wolf.
You have not played with them.
Okay.
I'll let you know that. They played with Cloud Cruiser and High Priest.
Okay.
Oh.
At,
So like adjacent.
Pete Grossman.
Yeah.
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 I think he wasn't in High Priest because I know he left.
No.
No.
still
He's in
doing
High
it.
Priest, but he's not in.
He's
one
not in
of-
Something Is Waiting.
Okay,
We kicked
that's
his
it.
fucking ass out.
I was like, wait a second.
See you at the end of the month, Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the guys in there works or used. I don't know where people are now, but worked at Three Floyds and
Oh,
did
yeah.
tech for a show
And they're
down in.
closed now, right? Three Floyds.
Yeah, well, the brew pub is.
Oh, okay.
But Three Floyds like skyrocketed in sales this year.
Okay.
I know I've been purchasing those fairly frequently.
Yeah, no, my dad mentioned it. He goes, like, Three Floyds closed. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
that
I was-
place
my
closed.
dad
What
said
are
the
you
same
talking
thing
about?
to me,
It freaked
dude.
me out. I was like,
My
"There's
dad
no
was like,
fucking
"Did you
way."
hear that Three Floyds closed?" And I'm like, "What?"
God
Like,
damn it.
people
It was-
love
yeah.
that beer.
Yeah, no, I mean, because production sales are way up, but
Yeah.
it was like a 70-person brew pub. We're really bummed because we would do that for Valentine's Day every year. We'd go
You
out
would
to
go-
Three
oh, cool.
Floyds
Down there.
and then like hike
I
in.
heard it's, like,
Munster?
really fucking good.
Oh, it was so
Yeah.
good. Their
Yeah, I've
food was
never been.
Yeah, Munster.
amazing. Yeah, and we actually went right before everything. We did our normal Valentine's Day thing, but then they had a show in Thornton, Illinois,
Where the fuck is that?
south.
Okay.
It is like literally like we went to Three Floyds and then you just like straight line back into
Right over the
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It was
Thornton,
actually
Illinois. Never
super
heard of it.
fun. They
Was
had
it?
like, well, it's like this little distillery, and they've got like a bunch of great beers. It was
Cool.
an awesome show.
Who played?
It was Relayer, Loom, and Resin.
Oh,
Oh,
I work with a couple of the Loom guys.
Oh, they were awesome.
I was just in Loom and Resin's practice space the other day.
Nice.
Were you?
Yeah. Dean from
Oh, where do they practice?
not far from us actually.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a multi-purpose building. Pretty cool spot.
Sick.
Um,
Some of the resin guys work at Zounds now too. I think.
oh, do they really?
I don't know them, but they do.
Is it the sax player?
No, I think the drummer works with us now, and like, I don't know.
Sick.
I don't know. Yeah,
That
but
band's like huge.
I know they're fucking
It's crazy.
giant because that's
Yeah.
like the in shit now.
Is
It's
it?
like, yeah, fuck yeah. Those stoner bands are like everywhere.
Oh, I like the stoner bands.
A lot of people
Fair
do. I'm not knocking on it. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my thing, but like
I was just surprised because like we saw them live like
at Cole's, were you at that show?
No,
At
even
fucking
before
Cole's
that,
they
at
played?
Reggie's
Oh.
with High Priest.
Okay, I wasn't there.
I was like, oh, these guys are cool. And then
Yeah.
like next thing you know, it was like boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're a big
okay.
deal. Yeah, they're a pretty big
Good for
band.
them. Yeah.
But there's also at that place, there's like a goofy, because it was like one of those cool shows too that like we randomly knew like everybody there.
Sick.
So we were like, oh shit, we know all of you.
Oh, I
And-
remember that show. I know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. Didn't Three Floyds have something to do with the booking of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the guy who works in or who's in Of Wolves teched that show, and somebody else who worked from Three Floyds like set it up.
Okay.
It's a guy named Metal Vinyl. His tag is Metal Vinyl Weekend.
Metal Vinyl Weekend.
Yeah. And there's like a crazy like weird crypt down in the basement of this place. So
What the
like
fuck?
they were like, oh, you want to go see the crypt? And I was like, yes.
Sick.
I also had like the worst sinus infection from when we were, and sometimes I'm
Ugh.
like, fuck, was it COVID? Because it was like
Oh,
right before.
yeah.
Well, I am pretty sure. I mean, I'm like 99% sure it was a sinus infection. I mean, it was diagnosed as a sinus infection. But we were doing work in our condo and I wasn't wearing a mask, coincidentally, before masks were everywhere. And if I inhaled too much dust, I just get sinus infections.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So but I was like so sick I could barely talk.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of talk. I mean, we talked more at that show than I think we have ever.
Damn. Sick though.
Even for Kevin, because Kevin will sometimes dip out because he likes talking to people, but sometimes by the time like the bands are done and like everyone's like hanging out, he's I'm tired.
Yeah, I can relate to that for sure.
Don't blame him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hi, I haven't talked to anybody outside of work for weeks. How are you?
That's cool. Well, yeah, shit. This album's cool.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mutoid, man. No, I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was an awesome
no weird
record.
backstories for this one.
No weird ones. It's just I enjoy this band a lot.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I want to check the rest of it out now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
same.
last album, if you like this, you'll like the last one.
Cool.
Like, the production's pretty much the same. You know, it's not far off. I tried listening to the previous one, that little EP, and like it's a little rough sounding.
Helium Head. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I just briefly listened to it and I was like, the production's like kind of lacking in
Yeah.
this one. I'm sure it's still Kurt Ballou, but
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe he's hungover that day. I was like, it's good.
Yeah. Who the fuck knows? Just the EP budget, not the
Right,
fucking
yeah.
album budget.
I'm still like thinking about that 2-week timeline. I can barely do. I don't
Yeah, that's
produce
insane.
music.
Where did you hear that?
I can't remember. I think it was like some interview that they might have
Damn,
done.
that's cool. That's
Talking
insane.
about it. It was
Yeah.
like 2-3 weeks or something like
That's
that.
a lot of songs to write that quickly.
And they
yeah.
had a couple done. And
Wow.
God.
I'm sure like it's a thing of like Brodsky probably writes
Yeah.
all of it in some capacity. And then that drummer is so fucking insane. And
Yeah.
like,
He's
like,
good.
he could probably just, yep, I got it. And it's not like
Yeah.
they're overly complicated songs. Like he makes them overly complicated with his playing, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like there's structure. to
Yeah.
it,
He does
you
some
know?
cool
Yeah.
shit on these songs.
Yeah, I mean, like it almost makes me want to listen to Converge just to hear more of his drumming.
Yeah.
But then I
he
have
does
to
some
listen to
crazy shit.
Converge, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Then you're
I'm
in
good.
it.
I think
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll just listen to Mutoid, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they do keep doing shit because they're like,
Well,
I
they
feel
do
like-
and you never watched it. Maybe you do on YouTube, but was it 12 minutes to midnight or late night?
oh, the
It's like Conan O'Brien, but like for metal.
yeah, the talk show.
I don't
Yeah,
know, but
it's
this sounds
awesome.
fun.
It's a pretty fun show. I don't think they're doing it anymore, but
They
used
were
to
on
do
it?
What's up?
They were on it, Mutoid Man.
They were the band. They were the live band. And yeah, they did it
Oh.
at St. Vitus.
Oh.
It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. They've had
Yeah,
some
maybe
good
I
Oh,
will
then
watch
that's
it.
why I know it. I'm pretty sure
Are they
my buddy in New York listens was on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do they play their own songs on the show or are they just playing whatever?
They'll do covers. They play.
Okay.
They'll have other musicians on. And they'll play with them and stuff like that. And
Nice.
pretty funny. Yeah. They had like Ben Wyman on there, and he was like rocking with them.
Oh, that's cool.
pretty funny. The last episode of like their last season, where they had Janine Garofalo on there.
What was she doing?
He just showed up. It was like pretending to be
guest?
somebody's mom on the show. Yeah. It
Weird.
was fucking crazy. I was like, how the fuck did they get
Damn.
her on
Yeah,
this?
that's pretty nuts.
All right.
Cool.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
fuck.
Bored, something.
Yeah.
Or
Mystery
my
Man
favorite
throwback.
phrase, maybe
man.
just wanted to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, shit. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's that.
We got Mutoid Man done. So that means mine is
Did
next.
you pronounce it?
Misogi is how I think it's pronounced. I'm like 99% sure. So yeah, I picked
You could be lying and I won't know. It's
the
fine.
Yeah, I
yeah.
have no idea.
So you
Somebody
probably
internet
will
word
never
will know.
verify.
Someone's
Yeah.
yelling at us right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I picked Little Stars, which is an EP by Misogi that came out like at the end of last year, and I love it. It was something I listened to probably the most, at least a lot of last year, because he was releasing like songs from it before, like leading up to the release, and I listened to those songs a lot, which was the single Mono Pink Dream, and I think the second song. And anyway, this dude, Misogi, is like, he got famous because he started off as like a SoundCloud producer, but then he started like getting attention of like big rappers. Like he's done beats for Lil Yachty and shit. And he started like, he like pretty much like blew up. And,
I saw the court that shrug. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, he's done some shit for
I
some.
know that's a name of a person, but I have no idea who or
I started
what that
to know
person
because
looks
for a
like.
second I was like, I know that. Nope.
Good try. Good try.
He's done some shit for some big rappers, which has been cool. And I never like really listened to that stuff, but like I ended up finding him through No Rome, who I talked about on the last Free for All episode we did. So I figured I was like, oh, this will be a good tie-in.
Yeah.
And No Rome's actually a guest on one of the songs. He's on the song Heart Chain because he's got a bunch of guests on this EP. But that's how I started listening to him, because like I was following No Room on Instagram, and he was posting this guy's music, and I was just like, man, what do these guys listen to? And then I was listening to this, and I was like, okay, it's kind of in a similar vein, but it was more like Misogi was he did like a couple of shoegazy releases before this one, where it was more like electronic mixed with like more depressing sounding music.
I like that.
And there was a lot of guitar in it too. So I was like, oh, this is cool. But he started putting out like these pop songs, and I was like, whoa, I fucking like really like this now. And yeah, it's just really fucking different. It's one of those releases where I can't really explain why I like it, but I just like,
it's a fun listen.
Yeah.
I actually liked this.
Did you really? I thought you guys would fucking hate it.
No,
I do have a bit of a hot take about it that you're not gonna like. You're not, and probably anybody that's a fan of this dude is not gonna like. But my initial reaction to this album, and you're gonna hate this, and I'm sorry. I was like, this sounds like a less fun Chainsmokers.
Really?
But I liked this.
That's an interesting analogy.
But like, it reminded me of like a less upbeat version of the Chainsmokers.
Yeah,
Is a group I do like.
Yeah, okay.
I know so many people hate those guys.
I'm not against
Damn, that's
them.
funny.
This actually reminded me of something that came out before Chainsmokers, so I'm just gonna sound like an asshole.
Glasses up. You want my glasses?
Have you ever heard of I guess it's a band, Anamanaguchi?
Yeah, yes.
This reminded me of Anamanaguchi.
Okay. Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
light.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. It's in that vein of both of those artists, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely see the Chainsmokers comparison, and I don't hate that. I actually think that's interesting, because I would agree. It's like that same style of like modern pop music.
Yeah.
But like also a lot not as like straightforward. It's like if Chainsmokers was weirder, I feel like, or
if they like tried not as hard to like be cool. You know,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
commercially kind of vibe.
exactly.
Which is
Yeah.
Probably why I like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, this was cool. This was a great album. This is like something cool to just like put on in the background and just
Yeah.
fucking vibe out to. Yeah.
It's really cool.
That was the one, if there was something I was going to criticize about it, not that
Mhm.
there isn't much to criticize, is that there was a moment where I thought, oh, this is a different song.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't realize when the songs changed, and all of a sudden
Oh,
like the
okay.
chorus changed, and I was like, oh,
This is a different song
Different
now.
song.
Yeah. Yeah.
we're on
I
the
could see
next
that.
song.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also like albums that flow together like that, so
Mhm.
it's not like such a jarring change between one song and the next.
Mhm.
So I mean, I didn't mind that, but some of the songs I couldn't differentiate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I love it. It's so much. It's so like almost the only song I don't really like is the last song, One Star Life. It's just him on it. Like he doesn't have any guests, and I was like, meh, this one's all right. But like when Mono Pink Dream 2000, which also like what a weird song name, Mono Pink Dream 2001.
I do love the song names.
Yeah, they're sick. And like Heart Chain came out. It was the first single that came out and had No Rome on it, and I was like, oh, I love both of these guys. I'm sure I'll love this song. And I didn't like it when it first came out, but I had listened to it so much eventually that I was just like, all right, I really like this. And then in the context of this like full EP, I really like it. And then I really like, my favorite song is probably Fireflies, which is sick because that's a Final Fantasy X reference. Fireflies are from Final Fantasy X. Yeah. And he's like super into like games and shit. So it's like he'll do like all these really weird tongue-in-cheek things about video games, and I'm like, fuck, this is like sick. And like he'll release teasers of songs, and it'll just have like Final Fantasy cutscenes in there. I'm like, this is so sick. Yeah. So it was like I already had a hard on from that shit. And then when I saw that song, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be the shit. And it is good. Yeah, it's just really cool. And that song it reminds me if like Hawthorne Heights took more of like a modern hip hop fused with pop approach. It's
I
like
can see that.
Definitely some emo shit, I think, here. But like,
That's
I don't know.
probably why I liked it.
Yeah, it's sick
I know
though.
that name, but I don't know.
It's
I'm
got
not familiar.
you would know if you heard the song.
So you weren't sad enough in high school.
Yeah,
I was playing sad.
it was yeah, but it's just I don't know. I really like this whole fucking thing. Like I listen to it all like, and another cool thing is Sam likes it a lot too. So it was like one of those things we could mutually agree to listen on whenever we were driving somewhere. So like I listened to it all the fucking time. It's probably like I don't know. I was thinking it was my favorite release that came out last year, but I think I like the new 1975 album more than this. Yeah, but it's like in the same vein almost, kind of, where it's like that really modern pop sounding shit. Like he's got have you guys ever heard of 100 Gex? They're like a new crazy weird, they're part of like this movement that I've noticed on the internet called hyper pop. It's like a new subgenre where it's just like, it literally sounds, I don't know how to describe it. You guys would just have to listen to the music.
Is it just like kind of like Anna Monoguchi that's just like really high energy, like punch you in the face?
Yes.
Like
yes.
Poppy, sugary?
Yeah. It's like Anna Monoguchi, amp it up and add like weird vocals over it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot.
Because I'm like, I like that. And actually the one, because I've been on a real rut lately. And the other album that I really loved, and I almost picked it, but there's really not much to talk about. Do you remember the band Girl Talk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, vaguely.
It was more of like a DJ situation where
Girl
he
Talk.
just
Where do I know it from somewhere.
So their first album I liked, and I saw them when I first moved to New York, sort of accidentally, and I didn't care about them. And then I somehow had one of their songs stuck in my head, and I looked it up again and listened to the whole album, and I was like, I love this. Well, it's every banger from like the 70s to like early 2000s,
Okay.
just all mashed together.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So there's no song that you hate, and it's got rap, it's got pop, it's got Kesha, it's got Ozzy Osbourne in it. Like
Sick.
there's nothing that isn't touched by this, and it's fun.
Yeah.
I danced to it forever one night because Kevin's like, I have to go to bed. I can see you're still awake. And I was like, I just have a lot of energy right now.
Yeah, get it out some way. Throw in some Girl Talk and bust a move.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I also looked it up because I was like, I don't have any wearables. So I was like, I wonder how many like calories I've burned dancing. And I looked at the time, I was like, an hour, and it's like a lot.
Yeah, nice.
My dog would not look at me though. She
While
just,
you were dancing.
because I would try to get her to dance with me, and
Dogs
then
are
she just
embarrassing both of us now.
she just would look at me and then turn her head.
Yeah.
And when a Pomeranian shades you, it's like a different level of
It's a lot of
betrayal.
yeah. No, it's just shame because she will stare at you and she will not look at me. Like she has to be in the same room, has to be with me,
Yeah.
and then to have her not want to look at me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It was
It was hurt. It was pain.
I was hurt.
Yeah, I would
But
have
I
been
didn't
hurt.
give a shit. I just needed to get some energy out, and like I was like, man, I miss dancing. Like, not that I would like go
Yeah.
out dancing or clubbing, but like wedding dancing.
Sure.
I just want a wedding
that's
dance.
fun.
Yeah.
Nobody's really looking at you, so you could kind of sneak in
No,
some
and you're
goose
just-
Everybody's
moves.
fucking wasted.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
the best.
there's pictures of me from a friend's wedding that I actually turned into a GIF because I did that thing
Oh,
where you
nice.
like put like your hand behind your head and you grab your foot and you like.
Yeah.
and
Oh, good move.
I didn't realize I was
Sick.
near like a pillar, and I like just
Fell
danced
into it?
into this
Hell
pillar,
yeah.
and like it's like a perfect gift because whoever was taking pictures got it like in every stage
Oh, that's
of
awesome.
me like
you know they were just like, yes,
running
yes,
into
yes.
it.
That's sick. Hell
And
yeah.
then like grabbing the pillar and like laughing my ass off, and then like a different song came on, and I like got like my hands up in the air, like it's
Wow.
but like other people
Yeah.
are like doing the exact same thing, so it
yeah.
wasn't
Sure.
just like me dancing.
Yeah.
We were all like dancing and singing, so
Hell yeah. Very sick.
just missed that.
Yeah.
But no,
it's
this
cool.
album was good. I liked it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys dug it. I didn't know what you would think. And I'm not offended by your Chainsmokers comment. I'm
I
actually
was
like
kinda worried you
relieved,
were.
dude.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a little relieved because I never got into the Chainsmokers. Like, this is like, if I were to like any music like that, it would be like this. But yeah, I don't know. I really like it. It's really cool. Like everything he's done since I've like discovered him, I've been into more and more and more. And this is like my favorite thing he's ever done. So hopefully he does more shit along these lines because I thought it was really cool. And I thought he had a lot of really cool guests on the album too, which made it a lot
I
different.
don't know who any of
Yeah,
those
I was like,
people
I
are.
had
I'm sure
no
you guys,
idea.
yeah.
Exception.
I had no idea.
I didn't know who some of them were either when I first heard it.
really?
Yeah, there's a couple guests where it's like they're just these other like online internet producers that I've never heard of, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool.
It's crazy that that's a job now. Online internet producer.
Sort of, yeah.
I wish I was. We've joked about this a few times during quarantine. I wish I was dumb enough or charismatic enough, or I don't know. I had enough muster to just have a personality for the internet.
Yeah,
Like, I could have just like, I just had morals like 10 years ago. I still have them, but like you had to get in early. It's like, man, I got boobs. I'm pretty. Like I could have just taken my top off and we could just have money now.
Yeah. Hey.
But I chose a career.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We hot second joked about that. We're like, we could just have no debt. We can just do this. We'll do it together. Whatever. Like we're hot. Whatever. Let's do this. And then I was like, no, I can't do that. I was like, if I can't look at myself in a Zoom meeting, there's no way that I can edit photos of us. Just absolutely not. And then I was like, no. Also, I have just so many really identifying tattoos. The company I work for, and just in general, I've never heard of it, but then one of my caddy coworkers like introduced me to it. It's called Fishbowl. You wouldn't know what it is because it's corporate America gossip site, so you can anonymously
like
talk shit about people.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Ooh, I could also see that being like Honesty Box. You guys remember that? On Facebook, it was an old Facebook thing.
Oh, kind of. Now I do. Yeah.
Kids would like kill themselves about it and shit, like over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Honesty Box. It was when like Facebook would integrate other software into the website, and like you could install different things and
third party stuff.
Yeah. And Honesty Box was just like an honest messaging thing where people could message you and just tell you shit.
Anonymous.
Yeah, you don't know who it is. They could. I think they could choose. There was another thing like that. Was that Formspring? Wasn't that a site that did the same thing for a minute?
I remember that one because that one came out when I was in college. Well, this one is like specifically about company gossip.
Okay.
So like our CEO will send out an email about benefits, and there's immediately a thread. Hey, do you guys see that thing about benefits? What did you think about that? Hey, that diversity call today, how shitty was that? Like, they totally missed the mark here. Or, oh my God, this thing was actually really great. Yeah. And then someone posted, hey, I just, was accepted as an intern. I have an OnlyFans account.
Oh, shit.
Should I get rid of it now before things get too out of hand or someone discovers it? And someone goes, well, how much do you make on it? And she said,
probably a shitload.
I think she said something 10 followers, $2,000 a month.
Whoa.
I would take an extra $2,000 a month.
Like, holy fucking shit.
That's insane.
And in college. She's still in college.
Damn. Well, tuition, pay it off, I guess.
I mean, or just start a savings account.
Yeah.
So many people said, what are you doing here then? Just keep doing that.
Yeah, doing that.
Shit.
Fuck. That's crazy.
Put your money there.
Well, you could do like, I don't know, have you been up to date with your mom's house?
Sort of.
They were talking to a girl that
has an OnlyFans?
Nah, it's not really an it's kind of like an OnlyFans, but it's more like specific fetish shit where it's like clothing that she would like send out. And make like bank doing that shit. I was like,
was that the one where it's like they send out their like dirty underwear?
Yeah, and like shit like that, or like socks or pants and bras. Like
I did hear something about that in your mom's house.
They've talked about it for like a couple episodes, and then recently somebody reached out and was like, "Yeah, I do that, and like this is what I do for like this much," and it's just like, what the fuck? Like that's
interesting,
so bizarre.
Yeah,
there was a girl because I went down that rabbit hole around the same time. She sell dirty underwear, and some of it comes from they also want to see how you get the underwear dirty, which no thank you. But
you shit in it, you pee in it. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but they wanted to see that, which
that's a little above the pay grade.
But made like $60,000 a year.
Say they probably pay. I mean,
yeah,
but just a cool $60,000 a year. I mean, is nothing to sneeze at for not going to a corporate job,
right? And just wearing some underwear for a minute.
Take some photos of you in some underwear. Done. I mean, there's way more to it than that. Like, because then when you really think about it, then you're like, well, then you have to post. There's certain times you have to post to be successful or for people to see it and all this other stuff. And you have to connect with people. And then that's just a job again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure if you want to get to like that higher level, sure. But I'm sure you can like half-ass your way through it and like make some decent money on those fucking sites. How many followers that girl had? You said 10, and she was making
something like that. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, fucking. You guys watch Orange Is the New Black? You remember that show?
I mean, I do remember it. dipped out after season 3 or something.
The character who played, or Thomas Hawk from Misogi, his wife or his girlfriend that's on the show, that actress, her character does like a thing in one of the seasons where she's selling dirty underwear from prison.
So funny.
And like has a ring to, she's that's got like a, makes like a lot.
There's a podcast I listen to that they have like a side joke that they do on their Patreon or something, and they call it the prisoner dating game, where because you can go and just look at prisoners who are trying to find love on the outside.
Oh yeah.
They've
had that at YMH. Like there's like almost like dating, like the old school dating videos from back in the day. It's like that. Yeah.
He reads off people's profiles, and then this person, his co-host, has to like pick somebody, and then he finds out what their crime is, and they do one like an all violent felon edition.
Nice.
It's really funny.
Sick. There you go. Yeah, man. What was Sopranos that happened? I was just watching a Sopranos episode, and
I've never seen that show.
You should see it.
There's so many. You know what?
Don't do it.
Here's the thing. There's so many things I haven't seen. Like I will also I refuse to watch Game of Thrones. I won't do it. There's too many seasons.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. And
you don't like it?
It's not worth it at the end. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't.
The show's still sick.
I mean, the first, what was it, 5 seasons are awesome. They're so great, and the build up is great. But yeah, the last 2, the total dog turd.
No, too many.
It's too disappointing. If you can avoid that disappointment, then don't watch it.
Yeah, at this point, I've just made it too far past. My therapist keeps recommending shows and documentaries. He's like, you should see this. And you should see this documentary about dying and like tripping. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stop you right there. That sounds like it's real. And we've spent most of quarantine watching anime because I don't want to be in reality.
Fair enough.
I am in this office all the time.
Watch The Sopranos. Maybe. If you have HBO.
I actually just canceled it because we have so many subscriptions.
I just bought Disney Plus last night.
Fuck yeah.
Ugh, I don't know, man. Sam's into it. We're going to watch Isle of Dogs tonight, which I actually really like.
Oh, that looks cute.
It's a good movie.
We've only watched The Mandalorian.
I haven't seen that yet. Actually,
worth it.
I've told this story on the podcast,
but
I got Sam like loves The Mandalorian. She wanted me to watch it, and like I respect Star Wars, but I don't also really give a fuck. And like me and Sam like to get baked, so like I got real stoned, and like this is literally like 10, not even 10 minutes into the first episode. Like there's the scene where the Mandalorian goes into like a bar and does this whole like shootout thing, which I thought was corny, and then like. But that's fine. Whatever.
Just not like fun.
I was just like, what is it going on? I don't even know these guys. I'm supposed to care about this phony ass shooting shit. Where's Tony Soprano?
Where's those guys?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, I get what's happening.
Horatio Sands.
Yeah, so he gets Horatio Sands, and then he goes to like this guy to get like a ride out of their and like the guy to get Brian Posehn, and it's this dude that's got this weird gas mask on, and he's like, hey, I need like a ride, and then he like his nose is like a flute thing, so he went like, and I was so high that like I was crying, I was laughing so hard, I was
that's
like,
understandable.
That's so funny. Sam got so frustrated with me though. She was like, we're not watching this, and I'm like, what the fuck? And now she was like, all right, we'll watch it, but you can't like laugh at that. I'm like, no promises.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's funny.
Especially
and then
when
it's
you're
like
high.
he does because then like they get a nice car and he's like, I can't afford it. I need the other one or whatever. And then he does like a shittier song on his nose where he's like, bleh. And then Brian Posehn comes and I'm like, that's funny.
I imagine that's what that was for.
Yeah, it was really funny, and I was just like, and maybe it wasn't meant to be funny, but it was like I don't know. That's totally how I watch it. Yeah, it was good, and like, but that's all I've seen of this show.
That's as far as you got.
Yeah.
Oh, you should watch it.
We watched Fantasia 2000 last night.
How is that?
The shit. Have you never seen it?
I saw it in theaters.
The original's good. Yeah, I saw 2000 in theaters as well. I saw it in IMAX.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, my grandparents took me to that, and it was dope. Yeah, it's good.
I don't because I loved the first one. In fact, my parents
first one's sick.
Should have seen so much coming because I was obsessed with the first one. I loved the dinosaur segment, and everyone else hated it. There's also this like weird green rock in the first one that just walks into the distance. It's literally not even 15 seconds of film. And I would rewind it and rewind it and rewind it. I loved this weird green rock. I'm sure they thought there was something wrong with me.
Like, fuck, we got a broken one here.
Yep. Okay, weird kid. And
she
now that I'm
the rock.
Well,
she just loves that rock.
that I'm an adult. I was like, there's so many signs, and just like, I mean,
Yeah.
not you mean you obviously change as a person, but like all my interests from when I was a kid, I liked all this weird dark stuff. My mom thought I was just trying to be different, just for like funsies, and just I'm
Well.
trying to be different. And sorry, Mom.
I think parents wish it was that sometimes. Some parents. My parents never gave a fuck. They were always like down with it.
I mean, they were down with it, but they also just sort of, when they talk about it today, they're like, "How did you get like this?" I'm like, "How this
Like,
was?
how'd you not know?
This was obvious."
Yeah, what the fuck? It's like, what are you supposed to stay with your 4-year-old personality into your 30s? It's like, I don't understand when people, how did you get like this? It's like, get like this. What? Like,
It's
what does
been
it even
this way
Yeah, it's like,
since
this is
I was
it.
a
This is, yeah,
child.
this is it. Like, especially if you were listening to Nine Inch Nails when you were 16 and you got the CD from the Naperville Public Library. Like,
Right.
come on.
Well, that
you know
was-
what I mean?
That was the few things that they wouldn't like monitor. Not that I needed much monitoring, because
Sure.
I would always tell them, "Hey, I like this thing. Can I rent it?" Like movie wise, because I was into anime and stuff, so
Okay.
they would, check things out and like, okay, you can watch it. And they didn't like violence in TV shows because I'm still a girl, so they always
Sure.
like wanted to keep things. I don't know. There's so many more restrictions on girls than there are, and like all my guy friends are like, "Oh yeah, I was like walking home from school at like
Oh, yeah.
8."
My
It's like,
parents
okay.
never gave a shit about what I watched, what I did. As long as
So
I showed up.
yeah, and they never monitored music or books. So they're like, if you can read it, you can figure it out. So I would read a lot. I don't read so much anymore because I just don't have time,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
or I just fall asleep. We also can't watch movies after a certain time because I will also just fall asleep. Like Kevin refuses.
Same. I do that all the time now. I'm always falling asleep during shit we're watching.
And I feel bad because Kevin wants to watch all these old films, and then I'm
just-
like, this is great, and just fall asleep.
Dude, yeah. Now that me and Sam have our own place, like I sleep on the couch all the time. Dude, last Sunday
Fuck
after
you
the
back, man.
podcast, after we had Adrian on, I picked up Wingstop for me and Sam, and we smashed wings. And then like we took a bunch of edibles, and like I forget what we started to watch The Never Ending Story.
Oh, so
Fuck.
good.
And, and maybe after halfway through the movie, I was like out, and Sam was like, "Are you sleeping?" And I'm just, and like I woke up and the credits were rolling, and I was like, "Oh, just missed the movie." And then like, and then she was just like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Let's just rest for a little while." And I turned it off, and then I just like
Most high thing
I
to
like
say ever.
I just laid my
just
head back,
rest.
and like we fell asleep for like 3 hours on the fucking couch. It
Oh,
was
man.
so sick.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then
I
we woke up and we
miss-
were like, "What? It's 8:00. What the fuck happened?"
I miss having, because we moved into a new place and we have a smaller living space.
Uh-huh.
So my sick couch from my old place, we just had to like take it to my parents' place.
Oh.
And now we have a very beautiful leather couch, but it's not like the lounging couch. Like I don't enjoy being hungover in this couch. Like, cause that's like that's my like baseline is I want to be hungover. I want to watch Bob's Burgers, and I just want to like be wrapped up in like 5 blankets and have like my animals like sitting on me while I like eat a burrito. Like that's just
That sounds pretty perfect.
perfect. Like,
Yeah.
this is what
Yeah.
I need. And I don't have the space to like get really comfortable to lie down. And my old one had like the chaise, and I just had like all the options to lounge and be hungover.
Well, you do what you can, I guess.
We did just get a new mattress though, and I'm very
Nice.
excited because when we moved in, ours broke.
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Like it needed to die.
Yeah.
I got it from my ex because he was getting like the fancy mattress, and so I was like, I'm taking this mattress. So because I didn't have one,
Mhm.
so when I moved back, I just took the mattress,
Sick.
and we were moving it from our old place to the new place, and like the inside just collapsed in on itself.
Whoa.
But for literally almost an entire year, because we moved like last February,
Uh-huh.
I have just had horrible back pain. Not that I didn't have back pain
from the
before this.
mattress.
Well, yeah, because we were going to buy a new one. We were like, all right, we're going to buy a new one at the very beginning of COVID. And then someone totaled our parked car. So we had,
Fuck.
and because Kevin drives to work,
Oh
we
shit.
had to get a car. So we got a car, and then our water heater broke. and it was covered under like our warranties and stuff, but
That's good.
it still was $600 right after buying a car and a condo.
Fuck.
Well,
So I was like, well, I'm just gonna be in pain forever now.
yep.
I mean, I'm already in pain, so
Fair enough.
Yeah, me and Slam are fucking sleeping in a full-size bed. So,
The 150-pound dog.
yep.
see, it's cozy though.
Yeah, it is because I sleep in it
Sizes
fine.
aren't
Yeah.
that much different than a queen, though, is it? Like,
I want a fucking king size like you have, and you're
Yeah,
by
dude.
yourself with three cats.
Small cats.
Yeah.
And we all sleep
You're-
in the same small section.
Your
of it.
giant sector.
I
Yeah, you're
literally-
fucking.
we all three of us sleep on the edge of the bed. It makes no sense. There's
Yeah.
all this fucking room for these idiots, and we're all just right on
sick.
the edge.
All right.
All
I
right.
would want a king, but the problem is, and there's some weird shit that I will spend stupid money on.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is. There's something about buying a king mattress, king sheets, and king duvets that I'm like, I'm not doing it.
It's expensive.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, I'm better, not that I'm better now, but like I found a duvet that I really like and it's just plain at IKEA and it was $24. But
Sick.
duvets are, if you want
They
like a
can-
nice one,
Yeah.
they're like $300 and I'm not spending that on a king size anything.
I don't know, man. You gotta try that shit out. It is comfortable.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm sold on it. You've convinced
Yeah,
me.
I'm
Sam
all
wants to
about
get a
it.
queen. I'm like,
Okay.
let's get
You
that
can take
California king.
So, well, see, like
California
our
King's
place,
insane.
Yeah.
our place
I
couldn't
thought about
handle
it.
it. Like our place is too small.
Yeah, I don't know how our room would be. I mean, I guess
Just measure. Right? Just
Yeah.
measure.
But
Probably
You don't
the
want to be
smart
that
thing.
guy that orders the thing and then they show up and are like, this isn't gonna fit in here.
yeah,
All right, take it back.
true.
with some of them, like my one friend loves her overstock mattress, and anything that you can't return, I won't do it. Which people love. They're like, oh, it's it's only $500 or $300 depending on the day, and it's if you don't like it, whatever, put in. I'm like, I don't have a guest room.
Yeah, what the
I'm
fuck?
Oh yeah, fuck that. Big items, yeah.
Yeah,
Store that
no.
shit. Or try to sell it and then move that out. Ugh.
No, we already have. We had a battle with our HOA, with a mattress. Like we had someone was giving away a mattress, and we got this giveaway mattress, and I was like, okay, anything's better than this mattress that we have. It was not better, and we put it downstairs in our storage area. And during one of our HOA meetings, someone was talking about how there's a mattress downstairs. They don't understand why someone stored it down there. Why is there all this stuff down there? And then someone's like, well, why would someone take a mattress down there? It's like, I don't know. Why would they use it again? They brought it up like 3 times in this meeting. And then finally I was like, it's my mattress. Okay,
All right,
I'm
it's
sorry. Like, we tried to order a new mattress and we did, like, someone totaled our car. We didn't have money. We got this like throwaway
Yeah.
mattress. Like, it's this whole thing. It didn't work out. We put it down there because we didn't really know what else to do. We were hoping someone else would need something, so we put it down there. I will have it out by the end of the week. And they were like, I'm so sorry. Like, there's just so much stuff. Like, it's not just the mattress. It just was the new thing. And I was like, no, it's fine. And you
Yeah.
can't just get rid of a mattress. You
Sure.
actually have to have someone come and get it, or else
Really?
they will fine your building.
Whoa, why?
I don't know.
Dude, just come over by my shop and just drop it off in the alley. They'll take it.
Yeah,
That's
who
the
the fuck would
other
even know?
problem. Is it's a queen, and like we can't get it in the car,
fit it in the
or
car.
else we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Or else we'd be
You
like,
could fit a queen
great.
in a van, maybe.
Oh yeah.
We have a Honda Fit, so
Oh.
it doesn't fit that back there.
That makes
So-
To the
sense.
top.
Oh fuck! So if I get rid of my bed, then we're gonna need to take the van and dump it in your alley.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, people dump shit all over that fucking alley all the
People
time.
dump
man.
shit in my alley all the time. Yeah. And I wouldn't put it directly behind my building. They wouldn't.
Well, yeah,
What?
that's
I mean, can you?
so stupid.
Someone would see me like
Sure.
just this girl in all black with like this like big fur collar on her coat, like undercut, dragging this mattress.
Yeah.
Because I can't grab it either because of my nails and just like I don't get away with anything, so I just like I
You
don't
could like
want to.
rotate it, like, doop, ba-doop, like on its side.
Man, mattress
Yeah,
is
maybe
old.
it's not.
It
Yeah.
was the box spring. You can.
Yeah. There we
Ooh,
go.
The bed talk on.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. We got way off
Let me show
topic.
you, tell
Yeah,
you guys
so
about my
off-
knowledge of moving furniture.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, shit. I don't have anything else to say about my album.
Do you have any more questions about beds?
No, not right now.
Welcome to bedtime.
Yeah, fuck.
Man, the mattress is the easiest
Ew.
thing to move up and down floors because it's bendable, but then the box spring is way more difficult.
Oh, we don't have
Yeah.
a box spring.
I
I
want
have
a
one of
box
those cool
spring.
modern beds, so nope.
Purple
It stays-
mattress.
No, we got a Wink, and I hate that name.
Wink.
Wink?
Yeah, it's handmade in Wisconsin.
Oh,
But
it's
every-
got cheese in it.
I
Yeah.
wish.
Cheese curds.
It's just a bunch
Ugh.
of cheese curds.
That was the other thing that we really had to curb we just started to kind of have to cool down is fucking ordering out.
Oh, I do it
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
Oh, because we would be like, well, we have to make the pain go away somehow. Order $80 of sushi.
Right, like just
Yeah.
treat
And then we'd get
yourself,
to the end of
yeah.
the month. We're like, wait, why don't we have any money? And it's like, well, we spend a lot
fucked our
on
budget.
stupid things. Well, and also the other thing, and I can't remember what we were talking about, but I almost brought it up earlier. The other thing I've really loved about quarantine, and I thought this before quarantine, and now that it's happened, I haven't really pulled the trigger. But so many bands, their merch, because I will spend money on band merch all day long,
Hell yeah, me too.
is fucking sweatpants.
Nice.
I love a
yeah,
good designed metal sweatpants. At the beginning, I bought like a whole sweat outfit
Nice.
from a coffee company in the UK.
Oh, sick.
And it's like got like a devil on like the one hip, and then like down at the side is like some crazy like metal logo stuff.
Hell yeah.
And then like a t-shirt and it's
Sick.
called Dark Arts Coffee. And so it's like
Mm.
got all this like crazy shit happening. And I remember we were staying with my parents for a couple days for something. It must have been like Thanksgiving. And I come down in this sweat outfit, and my mom goes, "Oh, that's cute." She thinks like all my weird dark stuff is cute. And like Three Floyds came out with sweatpants, and
Yeah.
Gate Creeper had sweatpants. And I was like, oh my God, I really, really, really want to buy these. And sweatpants
They're usually
are,
expensive
they
too.
are expensive. Every single sweatpant is $50.
Yeah, it's not
It's
that much
like
to
you're
make
not getting
either.
out of it. Yeah. But I want it all. Well, and it's funny because so I started this beer and metal blog because I just really wanted a space to talk about stupid shit that I like
Sure.
and just have fun with it. Because there's so many like serious bullshit things about both of those. And I'm like, I'm not good at beer. Like, I'm not going to tell you about the tasting notes and what hops were used
Yeah.
in this. Like, I just want to make stupid lists pretty much. Like, I have like top 5 beers that I like with skulls on them, top 5 beers to help you slay your makeup.
Yeah,
And like,
there you
I
go.
just wanted to like, also like, I take all the photos for it for the most part. I make little GIFs because I just apparently want to work more. But it's like fun to like do something that like I don't get to do
Yeah,
in my like
and it's something
day-to-day
you
job.
like.
Yeah, so I'll do like little like shoots like during my like
Uh-huh.
lunch break, like I did like beers to bring to your next D&D game, and like Mars
Oh.
Brewing actually like does Level Eater every year where they do like their own Dungeons and Dragons game, and so like they
Oh.
come out with a beer for it that's like 8%,
Ah.
and it doesn't taste like it's 8%, but I like
Oh,
got all our little
dangerous.
dice, got
Yeah.
all like this like weird moss from like the thing on our coffee table.
Nice.
And I took all these photos and like told my dad I wanted the iPhone 12 Max Pro just for the camera. I was like, I'm gonna take really pretty pictures of beer. My dad's like, that's great, babe. And he's like, what's your blog? Let me read it. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
okay, Dad.
Let him in on it. It'll become your number one fan, like my dad with this show. So.
Well, my dad and I do beer stuff together.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
But one of the other things for it is I'll buy beer for it because obviously it's
A beer
yeah. So like Kevin's
themed
like,
thing.
you don't drink the beer in the fridge fast enough for the amount of beer that you purchase.
Yeah.
And I said, it's content, babe. So
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Drink more. Yeah.
Well, so we got a bunch of NA beers just so I can drink random beers. And they had like a
Huh.
Lamb of God beer that was NA from
Oh,
Brewdog.
yeah. Yes, I saw the video that Randy Blake did on that thing.
Oh, really? See, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about them, but they did put me in their stories. I was like the only story that they put that day. And I was like, oh, that's so fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot they did that. Because isn't Randy Blake sober or not? I don't fucking know. He does this whole thing about
Probably should be.
NA beer.
It was really good, actually. Actually, that was my favorite out of all of the NA
Really?
beers that we tried because it was actually like it actually tasted like a beer. Like it has like that like piney notes, but like that kind of like citrus hop flavor.
I don't even like beer.
Whatever.
But I'm sorry.
I don't care.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't.
It tasted like a real beer because like
That's cool.
this one, like it doesn't taste like a fucking beer. Like I just described all NA beers as like it's almost like if you brushed your teeth an hour ago and then had a light beer. And it's like
so it's
almost,
really mild tasting.
Yeah.
Like watery. I don't think I've ever had an NA beer.
Never had like a O'Doul's over there?
I've never had
so
O'Doul's or
gross.
Sharps.
So bad.
Miller does Sharps, right? That's theirs.
Oh.
I think so, yeah.
Sharps. Come
We
get
have
yourself
one.
a nice Sharps.
We have a Kronbacher, and I described it as it's got a warm piss aftertaste, even though it's cold.
Kronbacher?
Yeah.
Whoa, who makes that?
I think that's
the
actually
company?
it's Kronbacher. They're golden, and I was like, ooh.
And it's non-alcoholic?
Like yeah.
Okay.
Kind of tastes like piss, even though it's cold.
Well,
Not that I know what piss tastes like, but like the smell.
yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm waiting for the day where I'm just like, babe, it's content. I'm gonna take a photo with me in these sweatpants and then never post it. Because I also just again don't like looking at myself anymore.
That's fair. I have a
Try being in a band and
What
having to do
fucking-
photo
oh.
shoots.
when we toured with
Ooh, see that I would
Oh,
actually
yeah.
have fun with.
Really? Oh,
I
hate it.
loved producing our photo shoots for our engagement shoot. Like, because you have to be so in the zone and producing photo shoots. I love doing that. I love finding locations, like the best route to get to each one, like what's the lighting going to be like when you're there. Oh, it's so fun.
I just don't like my photo taken.
same.
I hate it so much.
My mom was like looking through old photos and she goes, "You always love the camera." And I was like, okay. That's like a really creepy thing to just
You've always
say to-
loved the camera.
She's like, "You're always such a ham." And I'm like, okay. No, yes, but
yeah. What? Okay. A ham?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
hamming it
a
up.
ham, like hamming it up, like
Christmas ham?
No, like you ham
Yes.
it up, like you
Like the
go
lunch
above and
meat?
beyond to like
Oh,
stand out.
going
Like,
ham.
yeah.
I'm going ham. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what you kids.
That's
call
what
it shit
the
now,
modern
but,
term.
yeah,
for it.
no, but like being a ham is like kind of being like a little cheesy in front of the camera or something.
I gotcha. Old school lingo, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like goosing, because I will never forget when we were like, "Oh, I got goosed,"
Yeah,
and
they're
you
like,
like
Don't even
went off
remember
on this
what that
whole
is.
tangent of a story. We're like, "That's
like,
not what getting
what?
goosed means."
I'm trying to think of what you thought it was, like the sentence he
It
used.
was like being like tricked or something. I don't
was
know,
some-
or
I
like
don't know, it was so
something
off.
like that.
It
It
was
was
amazing.
really wrong.
I
It was
still
funny.
don't even remember what goose
I
means.
do.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that. Yeah, you'll have to go back and listen to it.
I will. Yeah, remind me. Fuck. Well, shows how good my memory is. But
Ew.
yeah. Well, shit, guys.
Yeah.
Nice. That was good. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Got some talking
Good picks in.
about some. Yeah. What another good like knockout episode where it's like
Yeah.
all cool shit. I love that. Makes it very enjoyable to
I
listen to
gotta
this
start
stuff.
picking some duds.
Yeah, I like your picks because I know it's shit that you really like. So it's
Right,
fun
yeah,
to listen
yeah.
to because I'm like, oh, Bill doesn't like anything,
Get
so
an
it's sick to
idea
like.
where I'm
I
coming from.
legitimately, when you were like, "Oh," before you sent your album, I thought it was gonna be Pup for some reason. I was like, "That's the only other band I've heard you like really talk
Oh
about."
yeah, I know you like
That one
them.
album's really fucking
I think
good.
Sam likes them.
That band rules.
Yeah, you like them. I've never really listened to them, but pick it. I'll
Maybe
listen
pick
to
that
it.
album.
I've heard it in your car, and I was like, "Oh, I like this." And you're like,
It's
"It's
fun.
the same Pup album from last time,
I think they have since come out with another album, but
but it's not gonna be in your car."
no,
What's in your car now?
nothing.
What the fuck?
I miss.
Oh wait, I take that back. It's actually a bunch of new metal CDs.
Really?
Yeah, which was funny because I was driving out to Rockford and I was with Alex and Nick, and she's like, "Oh, shit."
Recently?
It was like a couple months ago.
Where did you fucking go to Rockford
I was gonna
for?
say, why were you in Rockford?
Met up with some people that Alex knows.
Oh. Ew.
Ew. I don't know. We went to a really good restaurant out there, believe it or not.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. That was fun. And but no, so like in my car is like a secret compartment, and she like popped it open. She's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's CDs. I have a CD player in this car." And she was like, "What?" It was like Mudvayne, Limp
Nice.
Bizkit.
Nice.
What else? I forgot what else. But she threw in Limp Bizkit, and then next thing you know, she's like singing along to like the whole album. I was like, "What the fuck's going on over here?" And she's
Oh,
like,
I love
goes-
Limp Bizkit.
What
They
album was
rule.
it?
The
I don't
second
give
one.
a shit.
Okay. Significant Other?
Yeah.
I remember because someone mentioned a Limp Bizkit song and it got stuck in my head, and like I was playing it really loud, and Kevin came home or something, and I like changed it really fast. And he was like,
Switch the album.
So that he wouldn't
"What
know.
are you doing?"
Nothing.
And I was like, "I don't know." And I told him, I was like, I would prefer that you walk in on me watching some really weird porn than you to come in and hear me listening to Limp Bizkit.
Fair enough.
And he said, he's like, I would actually prefer the first one.
Oh, damn. I like Limp Bizkit. I think they're sick.
They're catchy.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, they have some sick songs.
I really,
Dude, I couldn't believe like how much Alex knew of like the whole album.
Yeah, that's strange.
because
like,
it
singing
was
it.
so everywhere for
Oh,
a
I
long
know.
time.
But she was funny because she was like, is it embarrassing that I like know this album that much? I was like,
No,
I don't know.
it's
You
sick.
found it in my car, so
Right.
like, we're pretty even here.
Oh, one weird thing about Mudvayne that did come out this year that I laughed at. I think I was gonna text you, and then there was a period of time where like I was not texting anybody,
Fair enough.
and I was like, I don't have the energy. We were also really busy at work, so I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to communicate. I don't want to be in front of another screen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk to anybody. But they switched over a country radio station here in Chicago, and it was like, it was just country for years and years and years. And then they switched it over to like an alt rock new metal station.
Whoa, what
So from
station is
one-
it?
Station.
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck.
But there were people who were texting or like tweeting about it, and they said, "I came here for like I don't
Kenny
know
Chesney?
any like
Fucking
yeah
who the fuck
Toby
is who the
Keith."
fuck is Mudvayne?
No, and they were like, I don't know what Mudvayne is, but it's not Toby Keith.
Damn.
I laughed so hard
Holy sick.
That's awesome.
about just thinking of people who were there for shitty
Yeah,
talk.
So
right.
ready for some
And they
punk
just
shit.
hear us. I might pick that album.
It's a damn good album.
I've never listened to it front to
Are you
back.
serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I want to
rules.
do it.
It's
I
so
think-
good.
Because I didn't, I listened to them by whatever was on the radio or Q101,
Yeah.
or whatever was on like. Because I remember because that was the other thing about this is that there were a ton of albums and single songs that I loved, but there were very few albums that I listened to back to front.
Mhm.
I made so many mix CDs back in the day, and that I would just like make random mix CDs and put them in my car.
Mm-hmm.
So I like barely knew half the albums, but there were few ones like still that I had, like the physical one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had like the one song that everyone listened to. I went to a Korn concert, and I think Mudvayne opened,
Sick.
and I was like,
Awesome.
it was like my 18th birthday gift or something.
Fuck
It was like,
Damn.
because those were the only other two bands that I saw live when I was younger outside of Nine Inch Nails, because I did see them in college again at one of the Lollapaloozas. But then I saw Korn and Mudvayne, and then I saw Tool twice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, on the 10,000 Days.
Cycle.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I was in 8th grade when that album came out. So
Goddamn
I'm not
child.
that much older than you.
I don't know what to tell you. I was
It's like,
definitely.
wait a second.
I was in middle school. I remember going to Coconuts and buying that CD. So
No.
yeah, 10,000 Days. Yeah, definitely. And I got. I got.
Oh,
No.
Sure.
I thought that came out way later.
No.
Well, it's
I'm
still like
not.
old. I was still young. I was definitely at Brooks in fucking Oak Park.
It was 2006.
Yeah, so that was my 8th grade going into freshman year in high school for me.
I was freshman in college.
Sorry, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, I was a youngin' when that album came out. I was young when
You're the
fucking
worst.
Lateralis came out. I was little. I remember hearing on Q101.
Oh, I love those songs.
and I was
love
just like,
that
what is
album.
this? Yeah.
I did
It's a
like
good
Tool
album.
in high school. There's
I
just not
still
much
like 'em.
to say about them anymore.
Yeah, I like. It's like even listening to that new one, I was like, I don't like. I've always appreciated Tool, and I had my phase with them in 8th grade where I really liked Lateralis and like Enema and 10,000 Days was all right. But then it's like so much time goes by and you don't put out a record, and then you put out something new, and it's just kind of like
We
I
had
don't.
also side projects, and then like a vineyard
Yeah.
out in Arizona.
Great.
Which
I've
Yeah,
been
that's a
to.
good documentary right there.
Yeah, didn't
Oh, I've
Pete
not
go there
watched it.
for his honeymoon? Right?
Yeah, and Maynard was there.
Yeah, that's
Really
wild.
funny.
God damn it. That was like the one thing I wanted when I was there twice. I was like,
Was
I
to
just
see him.
See him walk
Just
in.
wanna see.
Where is it in Arizona?
It's in Jerome, Arizona.
Yeah.
You have to, it's a spooky drive up. It's in the
Okay.
middle of nowhere. It's like outside of Sedona. and you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
But it's a spooky little town that's supposedly haunted.
Oh. Well.
It's fun if you're ever out there.
Yeah.
I was in
Shit.
Sedona not that long ago. Could have gone.
Shoulda.
All right.
Next
Well,
time.
should we cap it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can call it. Would you like to plug your?
Yeah.
My beer
Yeah,
plug.
yeah. Now you have something to plug. Look at
I
that.
do. That's so exciting.
Yeah. There you go.
It's called Dry and Hopped.
Dry and hopped.
Dry and hopped because there's like dry hops, which is like a process, but Kevin's sober and I'm not.
Oh, okay. That's
awesome.
fair.
Oh yeah.
I originally, because when we started it, I really wanted him to review things he found in Drunk Megan's purse or things Drunk Megan lost, like her driver's
I like
license.
that.
I came home during COVID with like a bag of puppy chow in my purse, and he's like, "How do you still do it? How did you get puppy chow? Who gave you puppy chow? Where were
Yeah.
you?" Which
That's
sounds so
wild.
terrible. And you're
Yeah.
like, "Where are you?" I was like, no, it's cool. Like someone's grandma made it for him, and he's like, "Don't know if that's better, but
Yeah.
cool."
Yeah.
Um,
Pandemic. Take food from strangers. Yeah.
No, it was somebody I used to work with, and my friend was really
Oh.
hitting it off with him, and that was like my payment for like
Ah.
chilling out
Oh.
and just like sitting in the corner for a few minutes. So
Sick.
got puppy chow. I was
Nice.
drunk. I don't care.
There you go. That's a nice snack.
Yeah, but yeah, Dry and Hopped, dryandhopped.com, Dry and
Hell
Hopped
yeah.
on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well, sick.
Maybe we do a crossover and you come over and read my shitty entries.
We'll do it.
Yes.
We will do it. Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god, that would actually be so funny.
I'm down. Yeah.
That'd be
Oh
funny.
my god.
That would be great. You have them?
Oh yeah, I have all of my old. I was trying to find my Zanga, but I couldn't find it. That was
Fuck,
the good
I had a
one.
Zanga. But I didn't post a lot on there because I didn't really understand it. And then Zanga was soon to go by the time I had registered.
Yep. Yeah. No, I have all my live journals. I had 2 of them, so
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. So you got a lot of content.
there's so much
What?
content,
Nice.
so much sadness, so much
Hell
angst.
yeah.
It's like reading like someone who was on a coke binge, like typing, but it's I was
Kid, like
You're like 14.
14, super hyper. Like people thought I was like on drugs when I wasn't,
Wow.
and it's just like string of consciousness in its
Yeah. Holy shit.
shittiest form.
that's awesome.
Well,
It's so bad. I hated it.
I'm so
Yeah,
glad
I hope we
don't
get
know
to
how
read
read,
it.
Right?
Yeah.
Couldn't do that as a kid.
oh man, sick.
Where my illiteracy comes in hand.
Well, fuck yeah. You got anything to plug?
Same old bullshit. Something is waiting.
Yeah,
Right?
same.
Yeah.
By the
No, what were you gonna say?
because I was like, we're trying to wrap it up, and it doesn't matter.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
No, what's up?
So, because something is waiting. There's the fucking piece. There's always a few songs that like
Classic.
that we like to make new lyrics to like random songs all the time.
Nice.
And
Go
fucking
on.
piece is one of them. Like at our old place, because we had a little guest bedroom, and I like was having a coughing fit. And I went into the other room, and Kevin just starts screaming like he replaces fucking piece, but cough in peace.
Coffee and pee, sick.
So if there's a thing that he can replace, he will do that
Nice.
with Something Is Waiting.
There
Or
you
if there's
go.
like anything to do with like an Airbnb, he
Fair
will then
enough.
replace it with the Neo Nashville Airbnb. So
Nice.
those are 2 songs that always like make it in there of just like let's redo the lyrics of this song to shitty things that we're doing.
As if it's not enough tongue in cheek with the lyrics.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Just
then-
add more.
We just take it up a notch.
I'm excited for the new album. There's some good lyrics on that one.
Sick.
I'm really excited. We like I always say, I was like, we legitimately love that band.
yeah.
They,
That is
well,
unfortunate.
because you guys were on. I was listening to my top 20, or top songs of 2020 that Spotify makes you, and
I'm so
Warforged was on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Sick.
Warforged, Something Is Waiting. I
Hell
actually
yeah.
think I can't remember if you guys came out with an album, Roman Ring.
We
Yes,
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, recently.
Or,
Well,
that's-
within, the CDs we got recently. The album's
Yeah.
been out for almost a year.
I think
Yeah.
In
maybe one of
March.
the songs, like if you did it, I don't know. I think it was on there.
Sick.
Yeah, a lot of local bands actually made it in there. So that
That's
was
cool.
fun.
Some Vukari?
I think so. They're usually on there. Mongrel's always on there from Cult Leader. So
Oh,
like
okay.
there's some that like always show up.
Yeah.
And like my number 1 song was a song from 2011. So I was
Nice.
like, wow, I'm really
What
current.
song?
Riot Rhythm from Sleigh Bells.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's really poppy. When I was like pumping some stuff out for work, I will put a song.
Sleigh Bells is the band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's the guitar player from Poison the Well.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Actually,
They were on SNL.
What the
Poison
fuck?
the Well?
No.
Oh.
Sleigh Bells. Yeah.
Are they a metal band?
No, it's what, like a rock-ish?
Yeah,
remember.
it kind of
And
poppy,
the guitar
rocky.
player from fucking Poison the Well?
I'll
isn't
play
it?
it for. I'll play
Yeah.
You'll hear it from because the moment you said that, because for
Is it
some
all,
odd
like,
reason
clicked on?
I really liked a few songs from Poison the Well at the
Oh, that
beginning
band
of this.
fucking rules.
I was like,
Yeah.
I love this. I hated this in high school. Because
I
at the
do
beginning of this, I would get drunk every Friday and like take pictures of my beer, which is the precursor to the beer blog, and just like like Kevin found me like drunk, like he thought I was meditating. He's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were meditating. I'm like, now they're like, you can see the planets from my like office window. Like, how sick are planets?
Meditating.
He was like,
Yeah, very sick.
planets are sick, babe. I'll let you do that. And then I'll just like
You're not wrong.
play something.
You're not wrong.
And one of the songs is just Poison the Well. So he just thought I was like meditating, listening to Poison the Well, just like staring outside with like a
Just
beard.
living life.
Hell
It's like,
yeah.
Cool. I'll let you do it.
Fun fact: the singer is now a Chicago guy.
Oh.
Poison the Well? Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody told me that
I think I
recently.
told you that.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah, I guess his like girlfriend or wife is from Chicago.
Well, welcome,
So
Mr. Well.
You'll see him walking around every once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, can't remember his name. I think
Sing
it's
nerdy. That's the only song by them I know.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Was that on? Yeah, that's Opposites in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, November, September. October.
Opposite of November,
You know, one of those
September,
months there. One of
October.
those
You
months.
pick one, yeah.
Yeah, the band rules.
All right, well,
what are you
sweet.
plugging?
The new Cannibal Corpse song, dude. And I shouldn't even have to plug that because they're like the biggest death metal band in the world. But it's actually
need
like
it. Why not?
really, it's just one of those moments where I was like, because the song leaked yesterday, but it officially released today.
Okay.
And I was just like, for shits and giggles, I was like, let me listen to it because I liked the last Cannibal record, which
Did
came out
Eric
like,
Rutan.
yeah.
He
He's
did
done
the
like,
last one.
yeah, he's done a lot of the records, almost all of them. A big chunk of them he's done. And like,
Is this the first one he's like?
yeah,
on?
well, because Pat O'Brien lost his shit in 2018, and then he was gonna fill it. He filled in for them on whatever tours they did after that, and then like everybody was. I mean, I was kind of being like, watch him join the band. They're a multi like
you can
yeah.
find it. Go back a bunch of episodes.
Oh yeah, I know.
We have the proof.
Yeah, and I was just like, watch him join that band, and then of course, like I hear that song and I hear the solo, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh, does it sound like a total Eric
yeah,
solo?
and I'm just like, this is sick, and I was like. At first, you could just tell by the drum tones. I'm like, all right, Eric did the record. He recorded it.
Who's drumming on that?
The same dude, Sam something, I think his name is. It's the Cannibal Corpse's one drummer they've had like
Oh, really?
their entire.
Oh, it's
yeah.
different. Okay.
No, he's the OG. Or George. No, George is the singer. Wow. I really don't know. Phil, Pete, it's like a normal guy. He's from Florida. They're from Florida. But yeah, it's just really fucking sick. And then today they announced like the record and everything, and then they announced like, hey, Eric Rutan is now a full member, and I'm like, oh wow, surprise.
Think that's
Not.
affect Hate Eternal.
It's hard to say. I hope it doesn't, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like this is an ass beater song, so it's like that's kind of cool. But Hate Eternal's also like way more ass beater music, so I hope that it doesn't impinge on that band. But Hate Eternal's always been weird. It's like they've always been like a full-time touring band, but not really full-time. And like they release records every like 4 to 5 years as it is. So I don't know. I'll have to see. I hope they still do stuff. Right now, I don't see why they wouldn't because nobody can fucking tour.
Right.
But I mean,
writing and recording.
you know, Cannibal Corpse is a fairly busy band considering they're like one of the biggest death metal bands of all time.
I still
So-
don't think I've listened to a full song by them.
Really?
What's-
Yeah.
Damn. They
what's
were
some-
like my
some of their
first death
hits?
metal band. Hammer Smashed Face
Okay,
is the
that's
big one.
Yeah,
Bump,
yeah.
bump, bump, ba-da-da, bump, bump, ba-da-da,
They were in,
bump, bump,
that was the band that was in Ace
ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Ventura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Playing that song, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is that song,
Yeah, I thought so.
which is sick. But yeah.
Still here. All right.
Yeah, it's cool. They're still going at it, and they sound better than ever. So I'm stoked on that. So if you like death metal, listen to that. We'll probably talk about it, the album when it comes out on this show.
I hope.
So
Are we gonna do that one with Nate?
Inkity. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
when the time comes. We'll see. It's so, you know what, with these music episodes, it's always so hard for me to pick because like right now I'll like feel passionate about a certain death metal album and I'm like, this is the one I'm going to talk about.
Right.
And then by the time it comes, it's like, I'm not even really listening to any death metal right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck to pick. That's what's great about these, because it's like, oh, I could literally pick anything I fucking want, you know, without a fucking narrow window. Like the new metal ones, I'm like, fuck, I'm running out of ideas here.
You'll be able to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have a couple more up my sleeve.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
What I do for
will.
the metalcore ones is I just go to Wikipedia until I find a band I know.
Yeah.
Been working out pretty good so far.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it.
It's a
We'll
good
see.
Yeah.
All right, well, sweet.
Very good.
Awesome.
Megan, thank you so
Thank
much.
you for coming on the
Yeah,
show.
thanks for having me. I'll always come back.
Hell yeah. We'll have you back.
I'm now very excited to have you guys read my.
Yeah, I'm pumped too.
I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. It'll be sick. Well, sweet, y'all. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all next time. What up, everybody? Thanks for listening to this episode of the number 3 Free For All. I'm tripping over everything I want to say right now, as usual, and this isn't going to be edited, of course. So, thanks for listening. If you like what you fucking hear, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment, follow us anywhere you can and everywhere you can. Tell your grandma to listen to the show. Sit next to your dog and listen to the show. And, have a good time.
It's good you butchered the word comment.
What did I say? Comment?
Comment.
Continent?